This podcast is a member of the Place to Be Nation family. Visit us at placetobenation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
Yeah, Frank here, he's got his own billiard room.
Yes, it's what do you call it, Kramer?
The billiard room.
No.
The name.
The
billiard?
Not the billiards. It was. Come on, Rudy.
What?
Come on. We call it the
place to be.
The place to be. Yes, it's the place to be.
Then I shall be there.
This is the place to be here tonight.
Time to play the game.
Party people in the place to be. It's about that time.
Place to Be Nation, Scott Criscola and Justin Rosero. This is the Place to Be Podcast.
Very nice, Mr. Crisbola. Oh, I'm sorry, Dennis.
I think they might hit a shock wall.
Actually, it's being John Akiyama is a better version of it.
What do you think, Woodling? You can finally tell Grant Owens you found new music.
I'll tell you what, I am impressed.
Sharon Lois and Bram? Skidamarinky dinky dink?
Yeah.
Skidamarinky doo?
Hey Nate, man, this is pretty much a highlight of my life right now. I had no idea you were going to be here. I wanted to drive that freaking hoe train of my whole youth. You're the man.
And I thought he meant Nate Milton, the Godfather from Kings of Sport. Do you really think that's the Godfather?
Yeah, I did.
All you have to do is break out that fuck money.
I ate the pot. What's your mouth, you scraggly Canadian?
That's a bit much. You who murdered the dog with the sword, and I'm being a little too much.
Yeah, I like big dick myself. I was just curious. 5 years! 5 years! We've been doing podcasts. And we have this. This is trash.
To do worse than Josh Richard.
When I get feeling better, when I'm feeling no pain. I can picture every move that a man could make. Getting lost in her loving is your first mistake. Sundown, you better.
Place to Be Nation, welcome back to the great episode of the one and only Place to Be Podcast. I am your co-host, Justin Zero, coming to get you on this Monday evening, and of course, I also want to welcome you to one of the best weeks of the year, Thanksgiving week. Scott Criscola, it is our, how many? 6th on the air? 5th on the air? I don't know, I lose track.
Well, you figure 11, this is 16. So
6th one.
this will be our 6th on the air. Yeah.
Together, amazing enough. Almost
it is.
Of course, it is one of the best weeks of the year. Night before Thanksgiving is always a lot of fun. The anticipation, Thanksgiving Day itself, all the food and the friends and the family and the football and everything else. Of course, Friday will be our usual dat extravaganza, day after Thanksgiving party. Sunday, we're going to play some flag football. So, lots going on this weekend. Always one of the best weeks. And new clotheslines and headlines coming at you as well tomorrow evening. So, how are you doing, sir?
I am well,
Is your
JR?
turkey cooked? Is your stuffing stuffed?
Any other Survivor Series isms from the late 80s? I am well. Welcome, everyone, to episode 426 of The Mothership. This is one of the best weeks of the year. I always love Thanksgiving. Football in the air. And it's funny because lately we've been saying, I guess over the last, 15 years or so, that Thanksgiving is the football holiday and Christmas is the NBA holiday. But this year, JR, for the first time in, 7 years, if you rotate by the moon.
6 years. Leap year.
There'll be that's true. There'll be football on Christmas
5 years,
Eve
because leap year it depends if leap year happened twice. There's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of lunar issues, but there'll be football on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day actually this year. So the NBA, which usually does their good game at 5:00 Christmas Day, this year they're doing the Warriors Cavs rematch at 2:30. And then the games are crap after that. I think the Lakers play at 10:30. I can't believe they still actually play on Christmas.
So Christmas Day, this football, because Sunday's a Christmas Day, right?
Yes, but there's 2 games on Christmas Day.
Okay.
There's a Thursday night game. Christmas Eve has 10 games.
Slate. Okay.
Then there's 2 games Christmas Day. There's a 4:30 game, and I think the night game Steelers-Ravens. And then the Cowboys are on Monday night.
I can't handle it. This is way too much change. This should just skip the week. It's too much to handle. All right. Anyway, also with us is the man who always stuffs the turkey well, and that is Chad Campbell. Chad, how are you?
Doing fine, guys.
Are you okay? You have nothing to be thankful for? Are you just being the Thanksgiving Scrooge, or are you ill?
The Grim Reaper. No, I'm a little under the weather tonight.
The Grim Reaper? was
There's
Kazarni's
actually
other character.
an ROH wrestler named the Grim Reaper.
There you
That's
go.
tremendous.
2003.
Oh boy. Anyway,
But you're screaming too loud over that big Georgia win Saturday, which sadly was like watching grass grow. Could Auburn have played any worse in that game? Oh, 32 yards of total offense in that second half.
My
Terrible.
brother went to Auburn, so I always love rubbing it in when Georgia beats them.
They played terrible. Tell your brother they were horrendous in that game. And it's sad is because all those teams, if you read the last week's Campus Hot Takes, Mr. Crosland and I talked about all these one-loss teams. So Auburn could have been in the mix had they actually won that game, and they ended up screwing the pooch.
What you should do, Chad, is rubbing some Vicks on your chest and take a break. And if we need you, we'll call on you, and then you can answer a written form, and we can read it on air, because I don't want to hear that again. Whatever that is, I don't want to hear it. So, Scott, back in early August, we went through the first batch of pay-per-view creative years. And we went through, we ranked all the pay-per-views from the year. We did our top 5 matches from each year, our bottom 3, and we ranked the shows, like I said. Mm-hmm. We got through the creative year of 97, 98. We left off at WrestleMania 14. And now we're going to pick things up. And our goal is to take ourselves all the way up to the 05, 06 creative year. Of course, 06, 07 is already complete. I mean, we can read it down more at the end, but we did that as we went through all the shows. And as you may have heard when we talked WrestleMania 23 a couple weeks ago, we are headed back to 1985 next week. We'll talk about that more at the end of the show. So kind of consider this the bookend of the first 5.5 years or whatever, the Place to Be podcast.
Yes. Is this like when Raw, and then the next episode is when Raw changed to the big this is the last episode of the big letters.
That's it.
And then the ramp comes in the next week. Yes.
Time for the reboot. But this kind of puts a nice bow on how we've looked at things. And I think what we'll do, Scott, as we go through in the future is we'll go ahead, and Chad says Newhart starts next week. You have to imagine that in his southern drawl, because that's anyone who would talk about Newhart. It's going to sound like that.
Newhart.
So
Chad,
what we'll do is as we go through as we start 1985 again, we'll see if our grades hold up and our top matches hold up as we move forward. So
that's right.
But we wanted to put a bow on the shit we have done, so we're going to head back now to Unforgiven 98, I believe is where we're going to start.
Yep.
And we'll talk about ranking the shows. We'll do our top 5 matches. We'll do our bottom 3 worst. So where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the shows? Do you want to start with the matches? What do you prefer?
I'm trying to remember. I think you had said we had talked that doing the shows would make it easier for us to remember the matches. So we should do the shows first.
Okay.
And then we could pick the matches at that point. So I'm going to put just looking at the list of stuff between Unforgiven 98 and WrestleMania 15, I think easily the best show of the bunch is SummerSlam.
Not Rumble 99?
No.
Okay, so SummerSlam 98, I'm on board there.
Okay.
Then I think we got a couple controversial ones, okay? So we got Survivor Series 98.
Deadly Games.
Right. I mean, in-ring wise, blah, but one of the greatest creative nights in company history.
It was the one time during the Attitude Era that 3-minute matches were actually acceptable.
Right.
Because the story was being told so well.
And Chad, if you can confirm via Skype chat, I think this was our number 1 Survivor Series on the Brad and Chad countdown, or at least it was up. I know we argued about it quite a bit, and then we did the Rewind series with the 4 of us, me, you, Scott, Chad, and Brad, and I know we spoke highly of it then. So, but I'm pretty sure it was up in the upper echelon of those shows. It was either 1 or 2, says Chad. So I think in contention is that and King of the Ring, 98. So King of the Ring, to me, has the most memorable match of this of the between the two, and that was Undertaker and Mankind in the Cell.
Yep.
You also have Austin and Kane and a pretty good Rock Shamrock. Now, I don't think there's much else on that show to get excited about, but is that enough in your mind to propel it over the well-told story of Survivor Series 98?
Yeah, I think it all depends on how you want to look at it. If we're looking at work rate,
I'm not looking at everything.
Just in-ring,
the whole enchilada.
The whole enchilada.
Pay-per-view. If you had to rank the pay-per-view, where do you put it?
I think I put Survivor Series ahead of it.
Okay, I'm with you. I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think Survivor Series 2, and I think King of the Ring 3.
Okay, Chad agrees. Okay, so there's your top 3. Now I think things get muddy. So why don't we head the other way and go to the bottom of the barrel? And I think we have a few options here. I think we got Judgment Day 98. I think
Judgment Day is so long. That show seems so long. And then the main event's terrible. We got end of the main event.
Al Snow and Mark Merrow, LOD and Droz versus DOA and Ellering. Christian beats Taka. Goldust over Val. X-Pac and D-Lo. Headbangers Outlaw, Shamrock Mankind, Mark Henry, Rocky, and then a 17-minute Undertaker Kane. I am perfectly fine putting this next.
Yeah,
but let me give you the other ones just so you know what we're looking at, because maybe this doesn't go here. But the other ones I'd say are Rock Bottom, Rumble 99, and WrestleMania 15. So I think that's kind of our, I guess even, well, see, I like breakdowns. I like that three-way in the cage.
I like that three-way too, actually.
But is that enough to carry that? I mean, that's kind of our next handful of shows, I feel like.
Yeah. I think the next worst one after Judgment Day is...
I mean, breakdown...
Probably the Rumble.
All right, so breakdown, we got Owen and Edge, Snow and Scorpio against Too Much, Merrow and Droz, Bradshaw Vader, D'Lo Gangrel, The Cage, Val and Dustin, Outlaws and X-Pac versus Jarrett and Southern Justice, and then the three-way. Not a good card either. I think the Rumble at least has
the chair shots.
Yeah, and then Vince winning. I don't know. It's something. You know what I mean? I think I'd put I just think Breakdown doesn't have much. Although you could argue that Cage is better than anything at the Rumble. I think I'd go Breakdown, then the Rumble, then Mania would be my
next four up. Yeah. Okay. So for 11, we'll put
Breakdown.
Breakdown. 10 will be the Rumble. And 9 will be WrestleMania 15. Because, I mean, 15, the main event, I mean, I know it's not the best of the 3 Austin Rock matches, but I love that match. And I love the story. Because I've always said that Breakdown 98 to 15, that's why I kind of have a soft spot for this specific report card, because that arc is one of my favorite WrestleMania, if not my absolute next to maybe Hogan Andre, my favorite WrestleMania arc of all time. From Steve losing at Breakdown till he wins it back at 15 is one of my favorite storyline.
Stop calling
so
Steve.
Much twists and turns. Call him Steve.
Let's look at I want to look at Rock Bottom and see where we think that could fit in. So we got Henry and D'Lo against Godfather and Val. Headbangers against Kurgan and Golga. Blackman against Owen Hart. The Brood over the Job Squad. This is an awful period. Goldust over Jeff Jarrett. The Outlaws over Shamrock and Boss Man. Mankind over The Rock. And Austin Taker and Buried Alive. Fuck, man. I think it's at least below Mania. I mean, I don't know. Mania has Austin Rock at least. Oh, God, Mania's pretty rough, too. Can you muster up any voice, Chad? Like, how do you look at this malarkey? If you throw Rock Bottom in, looking at these bottom 5, do you agree with the way we have it? Should 15 be lower?
I think I'd put Rock Bottom near the bottom.
Rock Bottom at Rock Bottom.
I think it's better than Judgment Day.
Yeah, but I don't think besides that there's any match that's as good as the I Quit match or Austin Rock.
Yeah, or even the Cage. So I think I'd move Breakdown up even. So I'd put Rock Bottom 11. You agree with that, Scott?
Yeah, and I think everything could shift up one.
What do you think of Rumble versus Mania, Chad?
I have Mania ahead.
Okay. All right, so Judgment Day, 12, Rock Bottom 11, Breakdown 10. No, Breakdown 10, Rumble 9.
Rumble 9, 15, 8.
Yeah. All right, so now we kind of got this
How about Fully Loaded?
Well, let's talk about this group here. So we got 4 remaining. We got Fully Loaded, Valentine's Day Massacre, Over the Edge, and Unforgiven. What is, in your mind, the best of those 4?
Massacre.
Okay, so you like Massacre even more than Over the Edge?
Yeah. Over the Edge is good. The main event, Over the Edge...
I mean, the main event's like 5 stars, so...
Yeah, the rest of the show is not great compared to Massacre.
But what about
Massacre? I think's better overall.
You think the whole show is better?
Than Fully Loaded? So
if you look at the card of Valentine's Day, it's Goldust over Blue Dust. You get Holly and Snow in the river. Boss Man Midian. Jarrett and Owen versus D'Lo and Mark Henry, which is nothing. Val and Shamrock, which is kind of a mess. That's the whole Ryan Shamrock stuff. China and Kane against Triple H and X-Pac.
Which Shamrock tells her to hit him.
You get the last man... Evident. Right, that awful disaster. You get the last man standing, Rock and Foley, and then Austin and Vince in the cage.
Yeah, I thought that show was better for some reason. Oh.
Well, it's good. The cool atmosphere. The Valentine's Day stuff is neat. I mean, that tag with Triple H and X-Pac isn't bad. But I mean, let's say Over the Edge. We got LOD 2000 against DOA. Jarrett Blackman, Merrow Sable, which is really fun. Kai and Tai against Bradshaw and Taka. Rock Farouk, which is terrible. Kane Vader. NODDX. I mean, I think Austin Dude puts this a notch above.
Puts it over. All right, I'll give you that.
I think that match is so good.
I'll take that one.
And plus, don't forget. I mean, and they both have. I mean, the one thing we can talk about with this run is the iconic opening packages. I mean, they're all great, especially over the edge.
You will comply.
And then Massacre has the Austin one too, with the woman singing and everything. The crazy.
Yeah, this was the stretch where the pay-per-view opens
are better than the show.
Yeah, seriously, they are so great.
All right, so then that leaves us with Unforgiven and Fully Loaded. I think
both main events are good.
Yeah, I remember Fully Loaded being more bland. It's not bad. I think I like. I mean, me personally, I think I like Unforgiven better. Because I think that Austin Dude match is still pretty good. I think it, and Chad's rolling his eyes because I talked about this before, but I like the Infernal match with Taker and Kane. I think I'm not saying it's a good match, but I like the atmosphere, the look of it.
Yeah, I think the only reason I like it too is because it's the first one, and then we realize after that Infernal matches suck.
Right.
But that first one does have a good ambiance to it. Fully Loaded, really the only match I think has anything on it. The Triple H Rock, 2 out of 3 or whatever with a time limit. I mean, the stip is dopey, but it wasn't a bad match.
And the dungeon match isn't bad either. I just think Austin Mick is better than anything on that card.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think these are like dead even. I mean, you're splitting hairs. Yeah. I'd go Unforgiven slightly above.
Yeah. So right now, from 12 to 1, here's our take. Judgment Day, 98. Rock Bottom, Breakdown, Rumble 99, 15. Fully Loaded, 98. Unforgiven, 98. The Massacre, Over the Edge, King of the Ring, Survivor Series, and the best show of the report card by a wide margin, SummerSlam. All right. Let's do the worst.
I think the best is easier.
Best is easier? All right. Well, you know my favorite in this bunch because I've said it forever in the history of the show, written and podcast. I love Steve and Taker from SummerSlam. I think it's the best. Match.
All right, it's in contention. We got that.
It's in contention. We got.
Right, so let's talk about what we have in contention. Yep.
Austin Dude.
Of course, and we have Triple H Rock, the ladder match.
Triple H Rock. Yep.
We have Vince and Austin. I think is at least in the conversation from Massacre.
Mm-hmm.
Rock and Austin from 15.
Yep. I can't put the Cell in here. I can't.
I can. So let's put the Cell there for a moment. And we also have Mick Rock at Rumble 99, which I think we're just going to talk about.
Yep.
I think that pretty much gives us a good base. Chad, can you think of anything we're missing?
No.
Okay. All right, so we got 6 to choose from. Give me your case to why the Cell does not belong in the top 5 matches of 1998-99.
Because that match is about 2 spots. Mick getting thrown off the roof and Mick falling through the roof. Otherwise, there's nothing else. Taker's humbling around with a broken foot.
But isn't it one of the most memorable matches in WWF history?
All right. Well, what is it? What would you rank it over amongst these others?
Mick versus Rock. Oh, which we don't have on this list, so that would be 7. So okay, that's out. That's out anyway.
Okay.
I think it's
not better than. I don't think it's better than the only Austin match it's not better than is Vince. I think Austin Taker, Austin Dude, and Austin Rock are all better.
I like it better than Austin Rock. I think it's better than Austin Rock. And really? I think as Austin Rock is overshadowed by the next month. I think Backlash is better than 15.
Backlash is a tremendous match. I agree. But I like the match.
The 2 matches I refuse to move off this list are Austin Taker and Austin Dude. To me, those are probably 1, 2.
No, they are. In fact, they're probably 1 and 2 in some capacity.
Those 2 move in. So we got to drop one of these. So I think the drop candidate is, to me, Rock Austin or Rock Triple H. Because to me, Taker Mankind is like a 5-star moment. I know it's not a 5-star match, but it's a 5-star moment. Like it's iconic, it's historic. You remember it more than Rock Austin at Mania. You just do. You remember it more even than that ladder match because Triple H and Rock had so much more after that. At the time, it was really good, but I mean,
so you want to.
To me, the Cell is on this list.
So you would sacrifice Rock Triple H here, knowing that when we get to the next report, well, actually not this report card, the one after that.
I'm just saying that match loses a little bit of luster in my eyes because I think they've done better, and I don't think it's actually held up the test of time as well. as well. I mean, I'm not saying they're not good, but to me, it's like a 4-ish star match. And I'm not saying Austin Vince is better than that, but to me, it's just a bigger match. It's more memorable. Big Show coming in, the culmination of that long feud, Vince finally stepping in the ring, the bloody middle finger. Like, to me, there's so much more to that match. I think that ladder match is just a cut below. Like, to me, it's like the 6th best match of the year, so I just don't think it's top 5.
Okay. So you would do Austin Taker, Austin Dude, Austin Vince, Cell, Austin Rock.
Yeah, I'd have Austin Rock 4th, Austin Vince. Okay. No, Austin Rock 5th, Austin Vince 4th, Cell 3rd, Taker Austin 2, and Dude Love 1. That's me. Give me a case for Austin Taker.
I mean, it was pumped. It was promoted so well. They had the awesome musical package, but they both had good storyline hooks around.
You haven't talked about the match. I mean, you got Austin getting the concussion, so he's out of it. The weird Kane thing. It's a great match. I mean, I'm saying it's number 2. Austin Dude to me is like the perfect Attitude Era match. Brawling, some wrestling, all the Gaga worked, the overbooking worked. Patterson and Briscoe were awesome, taking the bumps. Vince taking the wicked chair shot.
Yeah. All right, I'm good with it.
The introductions, like to me, the whole package. Yeah, and you get the build. The build was great too for that.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm good with it.
All right. Chad, you disagree with anything we got here? Would you have had the ladder match stick in? Do you agree with my takes on Austin Vince?
Put all of that in the anonymous GM email.
Yeah, your Vince love was too high there, but I digress.
So would you have it below Austin Rock?
I'd have it off the list.
So would you have on the ladder match?
Yeah, I like that ladder match.
Yeah. I don't know. I just... To me, this is like the one year where I just don't factor in work rate after a certain point because it was so bereft. The company just wasn't about it. They didn't care. So
that's true.
To me, it was about moments and like storyline culminations, and that was what this year was in my mind. 98 to 99 was just all about storyline and the characters. And to me, these 5 matches, best. Like you can look at the through line of stories with these 5 matches, going from Over the Edge with Austin fighting off Dude and Vince. Then you go to King of the Ring where Vince forces Foley into the cell and Taker kills him, and then Taker rolls into SummerSlam. You get Vince get pissed because Austin's your champion again, still champion, defeats Taker. Taker turns heel. Then you go into Massacre. Vince finally gets to the ring, and then it blows off. So it's like you kind of, the story is told through those 5 matches in my mind. But all right, let's do our bottom 3 worst. I mean, obviously we got the cell. I mean, there's no doubt there. Taker, Big Boss Man.
Taker, Boss Man. Yeah, that match is atrocious.
That's in there.
It's got to be something crappy in one of these. Any narrow matches?
I know we're getting to a tough spot now where there's a lot of bad in these. I mean, I'm trying to think of 15 alone. You got the Sable Tory was pretty bad.
Yeah. Anything at the Rumble? No. Rock Bottom. Judgment Day's got to have some piece of.
No, not the Inferno match. Chad, go fuck off.
I knew he was going to do
that. How about Bossman Midian at Valentine's Day Massacre?
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
You know what? Actually, I hate. It wasn't really bad per se. It was more blah. Is that tag title match at Rock Bottom? That thing just fucking never ends.
DOA again? Not DOA. New Age Outlaws against
Shamrock and Bossman.
Shamrock and Bossman. Yeah, that's like watching grass grow.
17 minutes that match went. I mean, there's got to be worse stuff we're just not thinking of. I mean, I hate to count like Mero Sable at Over the Edge. That wasn't a good match, but it's an awesome moment. What about Al Snow and Head versus Too Much?
Yeah, if you have an inanimate object as your tag team partner. What do we get to Unforgiven Backlash 06 when God is Charlotte Turner? I'm sure we have something to say about that too.
I mean, even JR even says like this is we set wrestling back like 20 years or whatever after the match. Remember King was the referee. I'm fine. I'd put that there. That match was awful. Luna Sable's pretty bad, the evening gun match, but it's only 2.5 minutes. There's one other one I was just thinking of now. I lost track.
Was there another one at Rock Bottom that was pretty terrible?
Let's see, I'm looking at their breakdown now. I mean, a lot of this breakdown on Judgment Day was just blah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this stuff wasn't bad per se. It was
How about Rock Farouk?
Yeah, actually, that was the one I was thinking of. The 5 minute.
That match is abysmal.
I'm trying. Is the LOD DOA matches? Those were pretty bad too. In there.
Let's see. Unforgiven 98. Is that?
How about like Kane and Taker at either at Judgment Day or Survivor Series? Those are both pretty bad.
The Judgment Day one is the Survivor Series one is brutal.
Well, that's only 7 minutes. Judgment Day was like 18. I think that's a main event for the world title, vacant world title. I mean, you get all the cool stuff with Vince, but
I don't have it anymore.
I mean, I gave it 1 star when we last rated it. 17.5 minutes long. I'm comfortable putting that as the bottom.
Yeah. Wow, that Inferno match was 16 minutes.
Shut
16
up,
minutes, Chad. That Inferno match.
The Cell to me is easily number 1. I'd go Snowhead, and then I would say Taker Kane. Do you agree with Taker Kane, that being the worst one, Chad? Judgment Day, between the other stuff?
Of Hell. Inferno match. Yes, he does.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right, let's move on out of this year. So bottom 3, Taker, Kane, Judgment Day, Snow and Head versus Too Much, and then Bossman Taker. Do you want to give our top 5 again real quick?
Our top 5, yep. Number 5, Austin and Rock, WrestleMania 15. 4, Austin Vince from St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Then Foley and Taker from King of the Ring 98, The Cell. 2, Austin Taker from SummerSlam. And number 1, Austin versus Dude Love from Over the Edge in Milwaukee.
All right, now we get to an interesting time because we still get shakiness of 99, saved a bit of 2000. But not the good stuff in 2000. So what jumps out to me is the easy number 1 here out of the gate is Rumble 2000.
Yeah. Yep. Very much so.
Okay, so layup. Anything jump at you as the worst? I think
King
candidate.
Of the Ring 99.
King of the Ring. Did you say King of the Ring?
Yeah. The tournament's awful. The ladder match isn't bad, but that tournament sucks.
I think King of the Ring and Survivor Series to me are the competitors.
Yeah. Because with Steve getting knocked out.
Stop saying
Big
Steve.
Show wins a cool moment, but the tags are terrible.
And how about Armageddon 99?
Armageddon 99 is a bad show. You have a 3-minute world title match.
And a half-hour Vince Triple H.
Yeah, Triple H and Vince is way too long. I agree. I put Armageddon 11th after King of the Ring. I think King of the Ring's the worst.
Yeah, okay. I'm on board with that.
Okay.
No, I don't. I think the Austin versus McMahon's is better than anything at Armageddon.
Yeah. I mean, Armageddon.
I think I'd put Armageddon last, Rumble second, and then Survivor Series.
Not Rumble.
I'm thinking Rumble 99.
Yeah.
King of the Ring. Then Survivor Series 99.
Survivor Series. Okay.
Even though I'm looking at Survivor Series, and I feel like that McMahon's versus Austin match is better than anything in Survivor Series, too.
Can I ask I want Chad on this because I'm not sure. I want to see if it's easier for a third party to answer this question. Based on the circumstances, Chad, should we even do anything with Over the Edge?
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, probably not.
It's kind of weird. We can probably just cut it. I mean, it ain't like it matters. It's our list anyway,
Right.
damn it. So
Yeah, that's how we drop
And
it.
there's no matches to rank, and let's just get rid of it. So we'll only rank 11 pay-per-views. You can't really rank that show. So, what's second behind Rumble? I mean, I love No Way Out.
I want to go back to the bottom because I'm not convinced that Survivor Series is better than King of the Ring. I mean, Survivor Series really has nothing. China Jericho is the best match of Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Or that tag, but even that's disappointing. Or the triangle match is blah, blah, blah. I mean, I guess you have the running storyline of Austin, I guess. But it also was the bait and switch, and you get the brutal women's match.
Well, the women's match is abysmal because Moolah was champion.
I think I'd put King of the Ring at least. I mean, I don't like King of the Ring, trust me, but I think I'd put it a notch, just a slight notch better.
The ladder match isn't bad. That tournament's the shits.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think.
And Take a Rock isn't awful either. I mean, it's.
What is? Oh, Take a Rock? It's not. let's put it this way. Which title match? Because this is where you kind of have to balance it. Which title match is worse, the triangle, or Rock Taker? They both kind of suck.
I don't think the triangle is that much better than Rock Taker. Like, it may be better, but it's by a hair.
Okay.
And I think Road Dogg China is not. I mean, I don't think it's so far off than like Jericho China. So the Armageddon Jericho China was better. Survivor Series 1 is fine, but I don't think it's like substantially better than Road Dogg China. And that's probably your next best match. So,
yeah,
I think King of the Ring is comfortably here in the bottom 3.
All right. Now, right above that, what else is? What's sad is it's tough because these last 7 shows are really not that far apart.
Well, I think you got SummerSlam 99, Backlash 99, and No Way Out are like the contenders to beat right onto the Rumble.
Yeah. I have a soft spot for No Way Out because I was there and the crowd was hot. But SummerSlam is pretty good. The main event's not bad. I mean, Rock Billy blows. But Test and Shane was fun.
So we got SummerSlam.
Anything else good at Backlash besides the main event? Triple H X Pac, is that good? I don't really remember. Yeah, I guess it wasn't bad.
Well, that's one of those ones that's like the legend is better than when you watch it back. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those ones that's fun to say it was really good, and then when you watch it, you're like...
Chad is giving us some
Unforgiven
and Fully Loaded in group there above the bottom ones.
Yeah, so we'll go back to that. You got
where
where
to, Stephanie?
But you also have Shamrock Taker, which was again another match in Legend was better. Yeah, I guess Backlash isn't that good. Austin Rock is really good, but
it is.
All right, so I would say No Way Out or SummerSlam would be next in my mind. Actually, wasn't No Mercy sneaky good?
Well, the main event. Well, you have the ladder match with Edge and Christian Hardys. Yep. Triple H Steve isn't atrocious.
No, you get the Good Housekeeping, which is kind of fun. Rock
What's
Bulldog.
Rock in that match? Who's Rock wrestling in?
Rock
No
Bulldog.
Mercy? Oh, that's one of your favorites.
You have Val and Mankind, X-Pac over in the 4-way over Kane and the APA.
Mick is in bad shape in this stretch. This is where he's got those terrible sweatpants.
That's where Moolah beats Ivory as well, which will be on our worst list.
Yeah, that show's not very good other than the main event.
All right, let's go No Way Out second. I don't think anything, and then SummerSlam third. I think that's fair. Because No Way Out, you get the sell.
You get the sell. Kurt's big win. Dudley's turn the corner. Rock Big Show's not terrible.
Okay.
Crowd was hot. It was a good show.
So I'll tell you, I think our top 3 is pretty airtight. So now where we come in is you get this kind of glut in the middle of mediocre shows, and then you got WrestleMania. A disappointing WrestleMania, but I think there's enough on there that makes it better than these other shows that really don't stand out.
You got the triangle, or the triangle ladder, right? Benoit, Kurt, Jericho. Main event doesn't. Well,
no, I don't mind the main event. It doesn't feel great for a WrestleMania main event, but I think when you're comparing to these other shows, there's enough there.
Right. Backlash. I mean,
and the hardcore thing is fun too. And Too Cool China versus Eddie Saturn Malenko is like not bad either.
Yeah, I would put that 5th. I put WrestleMania. Oh yeah, we have a 4th. I mean, I put WrestleMania 4th.
And then I think I'd go.
Let's look at the main events. Well, go ahead. What's your theory?
Well, we haven't looked at Unforgiven yet, so I wanted to look at that real quick.
All right, you got the 6-pack with Austin as the ref.
Right, X-Pac, Jericho. Oh, the Kennel from Hell. No.
The Kennel from Hell. Oh, all right, that may go the 3 worst.
So I would put. If it's me, I would go No Mercy.
Yep, I agree.
Backlash.
Yep.
We didn't look at Fully Loaded in full. Let's look
Fully
at
Loaded is the First Blood.
Yep.
The Rock Austin #1 contender. Where they? What is it? Is it a casket
Rock
match? No,
Triple
what the fuck
H
is it?
strap match.
Strap match. That's what it is. Rock Triple H strap match. Austin Taker's First Blood, which isn't bad.
Right.
You got the cool moment at the end with Vince and the nah. That's not bad.
Yeah. You get the parking lot, Shamrock and Blackman.
Yep.
You get that awful Big Show Kane, which again, one of those will be on our bottom 3 probably. I mean, the show's not bad, but I think I'd go No Mercy, Backlash, and then Fully Loaded, then Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Again, that middle bunch is what is another rough year. All right, I think we mentioned a bunch of bottom 3s. I just want to get them out there. So we got Ivory and Moolah We got
Ivory Moolah.
Big Show, Kane. I forget which one was the worst one. Was it Fully Loaded or King of the Ring? They're both awful. Actually, put them fucking both down. They're going to tie wherever they go. These are both terrible. And then the Kennel for Hell. I mean, I think those are your easy three. I think Big Show Kane is the worst.
Which one?
Both.
Doesn't matter.
I tied for the worst. They have the long bear hug, and this is when Big Show was kind of hot coming in, and then he's doing this shit. You know what I mean? And then I would do Kennel second, and then Ivory Moolah third.
Ivory Moolah is abysmal.
Yeah,
and
the Survivor Series one is just as bad.
Yeah. All right. Best match. Oof. Well, I would vote. Yeah, that's one I would do, Chad. I think that's the best one for me. Fully Triple H.
All right, so we got that. We got both
Fully
of theirs. Yeah, we got Rock,
I
Austin.
think the Rumble one I would put at number one.
Rock, Austin, Backlash. You got the Tit, and you got Hardy's, Dudley's, and then you got the Mania three-way. And I don't think anything at SummerSlam cracks it. Nothing Unforgiven. Definitely not Survivor Series Armageddon. I would say the only one I put in there is Hardy's, Dudley's from Rumble.
Oh, that is a good match, actually.
And then I guess not.
How about the Rumble?
Nah.
The 2000 Rumble sucks.
And then we got, I don't think it makes the list, but Benoit Jericho Angle, which I think is underrated at this point, but I don't think it's top 5 for the year.
No, they get better as they go along. Number one would either be the street fight at the Garden or the triangle ladder.
I think the street fight's
16.
better. Yeah.
Okay. Chad, you agree?
He's typing. Yeah, so that would be my one.
He does. Yeah, he does. So Foley Triple H at the Garden at number one. The triangle match at 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Rock Austin Backlash 3?
Yeah.
Let's look after that. Foley Triple H.
What would you drop out? No Way Out, the Tit, or the Table?
The Tit or the Table. Sounds like a novel. The Tit or the Table.
Sounds like a star Andrew Reich.
Let me think. Or
Rob Houston. If we're really going to put closure to this run.
Yes. I'd take the Tit out.
Really?
Would you take the tables? Would you take the tables match at the Rumble?
I mean, I'm fine with taking the Tit out, but I don't know if I would take it out of this list. That tables match is good too. See, I'm not a big fan of that cell match. I don't know why.
Chad would drop the table match.
I like the cell match, but I always I don't know. It was one of those matches where I never fully got into. I think because I like the Rumble so much, and then I'm not saying I wanted Mick to do more, but I hate when the ring collapses because I feel like it takes away from the moment so much.
Mm-hmm.
But him crawling out of the hole is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm fine with going the cell fourth, and then I'll let you guys break the tie. I mean, the Tit and the table match to me are pretty even.
Chad would drop the table match, so the Tits win. Take Tit out.
So now you're saying it's Chad. Are you saying that making jokes about the Tit, or are you actually saying you would take the Tit out over the table?
I feel like they're pretty.
I think we could tie them. It's our list. I think,
yeah.
And they're both just as important for like the tag division. Like,
yeah, I agree.
You have the evolution of the Hardys and Edge and Christian establish themselves, and the Hardys kind of go to that next level. The Dudleys break through in the Rumble, and then you kind of get to the triangle match up the list. So to me, those are tied.
Yeah,
I think that
I'm
list is fine, and I'm fine with not having Benoit Jericho Angle on there.
No, we'll get more from them.
All right,
trust me, they'll have plenty of moments in the next few years. So, all right, so we're the pay-per-views from 11 to 1. Armageddon 99, Survivor Series 99, King of the Ring, Unforgiven, Fully Loaded, Backlash, No Mercy, WrestleMania 16, SummerSlam, No Way Out, and number 1, the Royal Rumble from Madison Square Garden. Ivory Moolah, The Kennel from Hell, Big Show versus Kane from whichever one. It doesn't matter. They both suck. And the top 5 matches, 5 to 1, the Tit and Dudley's Hardys from the Rumble. 4, Fully Triple H, Hell in a Cell, No Way Out. 3, Rock Austin Backlash. 2, the WrestleMania 16 Triangle ladder match. and number 1, Foley Triple H street fight from the Royal Rumble. All right. This one's going to be fun. Because we may not have top 5 we might have like top 15 best matches.
Yeah, this
one's not going to be easy.
All right.
Pay-per-views I think will be easier than we think. The matches are going to be tough.
All right, well, I say we go bottom up. Because I think the top of this list is going to be a little bit...
It's going to be very heavy.
King of the Ring, to me, is the worst pay-per-view.
Yes, King of the Ring is atrocious.
Then I think, off the top of my head, and we can look deeper, I would have Survivor Series.
Survivor Series is terrible. I agree.
Okay.
No problem with that at all.
All right.
Armageddon's not great either.
And I got to look at No Mercy.
No Mercy had, well, your boy wins, main event.
Oh, that's a good match.
Solid match.
All right, I got to leave that. How about Unforgiven?
Triple H Benoit.
That's really good, too. So that's up there. I think I was mixing up Unforgiven, which is Rock, Taker.
The 4-way.
Yeah.
Rock, Taker, Benoit.
Triple H and Angle's really good, too. So is the Cage. All right, leave those alone. Let's look at Armageddon.
Okay, Armageddon is the 6-way, the cell, the 6-pack.
Which is really good, too.
Benoit dissecting Billy Gunn to pieces is pretty fun. But other than that, I don't think there's much. Regal? Was it Regal Holly?
Yeah. All right, I'd go Armageddon here, but we're already into like good territory. Like Armageddon would probably be top 3 on some of these other years.
I know, really it would.
All right, this is where it gets really hard. I think I'd actually go SummerSlam?
Oh, SummerSlam's really good, though.
Yeah, but I feel like those matches that... I mean, maybe... like, what on SummerSlam... Well, as you get TLC. Okay. I'll say what on SummerSlam is better than, like, Triple H Benoit Unforgiven. I'd put Unforgiven next, because I think that 4-way is okay.
The 4-way's not great. It's average.
All right, so let's go Unforgiven next. And then that brings us to No Mercy, SummerSlam, Fully Loaded. It's like my next 3.
Fully Loaded is really good. Fully Loaded's better than SummerSlam, in my opinion.
What about No Mercy? So No Mercy, you got...
you got Rock Rikishi.
No,
I'm sorry. Rock Kurt,
Triple
H Benoit, which is very good. What's the tag?
Yeah, it's the Conquistadors, which is fine.
Oh.
And you got Austin Rikishi and that kind of that mess. I'd probably go this. I don't know. What do you like better, Chad? SummerSlam or No Mercy? Because SummerSlam's got the TLC, but I feel like it's not terribly much else. Well, Benoit Jericho's pretty good.
Benoit Jericho's good. The main event was good because of the great improvisation by Triple H and Rock because Kurt got knocked silly.
But then you get the awful stink face, the Taker Kane mess.
That Taker Kane thing, which was atrocious.
Lawler
rips the mask off.
Yeah. I'd put this next, I think. I think No Mercy's better.
Yeah, I think No Mercy's better, too.
So can we revisit SummerSlam and Unforgiven? Chad, you want to weigh in on that one, too?
I like SummerSlam better than that.
Okay. All right, good enough. All right.
Because there's nothing at Unforgiven better than TLC. That's enough to put it up at the top.
All right, top 6 then. So that leaves us with Backlash, Judgment Day, Fully Loaded, Rumble, No Way Out, and WrestleMania 17. So do we want to just go with 17 as our top? I mean, I know we've tried to make the case before that No Way Out maybe's better, but
I don't know. Oh, damn it!
All right, so all right, let me do this. How do you stack up Judgment Day and Backlash?
Judgment Day is the better main event. I think Backlash has the better undercard. You got that awesome. You got Benoit Jericho. You have that great Scotty Dean match.
So Judgment Day has Rikishi and Too Cool against Edge, Christian, and Angle. Eddie versus Saturn and Malenko. Shane, Big Show. Benoit Jericho. Rock and X-Pac against the Dudleys, and then the Iron Man. I'm fine putting Backlash above this.
Yeah, I am too. The main event, the Iron Man's better than the main event at Backlash.
I don't think it's terribly much better. Like it's better, but you got Eddie, Essie, Rios. You get the Hardcore, Malenko, Scott. I think they're about even. I mean, I think Backlash maybe a hair. So top 4. I guess the question is, do you put Fully Loaded above any of the 01s?
No.
Okay.
No. Fully Loaded is great.
Well, it's got 2 great matches, right?
But not better than any of the 01s.
I mean, you got Rock, Benoit, and Triple H, Jericho, and then Val, Rikishi in the cage is good, and the opener's not bad. TNA and Trish against the Lead and the Hardys.
The only real stinker is Taker Kurt.
Yeah, that's not even a stinker.
And that's not even a stinker. That's it's a stinker relatively speaking from everything else here, but.
So how do you stack it up versus like No Way Out?
Fully Loaded? Oh, No Way Out's much better. Well, No Way Out's my number one. I like No Way Out better than 17, but I'm going to get outvoted on that, so that's fine.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. I'm considering the Rumble.
No Way Out is 2. No Way Out is better than the Rumble, but not by much.
All right, Chad, can you weigh in on these top 4 here?
Yeah, I would go Fully Loaded 4, Rumble 3, No Way Out 2, Mania 1.
Okay. I think it leads credence, too, that 3 stretch of 01 is like the best ever. I mean, it's...
Yeah, it is. There's no doubt. No doubt.
Right.
I mean, that Rumble is... The Rumble match is awesome.
Yeah.
Benoit Jericho's great. The tag is great. Title match is okay. And then No Way Out just speaks for itself.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the main event's great. The three stages.
All right, let's go with our top 5 then. So we got...
Oh, my God. Where do we start?
All right, so we'll put you 3 stages.
Let's go, I think the easiest Chad's doing. Let's just go chronologically.
Okay.
All
so
right, Rock Triple H Backlash.
Yeah. So let's just put everything on the list that you would even consider.
All right. Rock Triple H Backlash, Rock Triple H Judgment Day, Triple H Jericho Fully Loaded, Rock Benoit Fully Loaded, TLC. Would you put Dean Scotty, or are we overstating it for that?
Way overstating it.
Anything else? No, nothing at Unforgiven, nothing at No Mercy.
Well, hang on, No Mercy. I mean, Rock Angle's really good, and I think Triple H Benoit is really good.
Triple H Benoit. All right, I'd put that there.
Just put them on the list
Triple
for
H,
discussion. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Rock Angle, Triple H Benoit. Nothing at Survivor Series. Nothing at. All right, Rumble. You've got Jericho Benoit ladder.
Yeah.
You got the tag.
The tag doesn't make this list.
No. Would you put the Rumble here?
Yes.
Okay. No Way Out. You've got the main event. You've got the 3 stages. You've got.
That's it. I think for this.
How about
list.
that 4-way? No. What is it?
No.
X-Pac, Jericho?
Not for this list. I mean, that's like 3.5, 4 star. I mean, this list is like elite right now. I mean, you got Stephanie and Trish too, but you're not going to put that on here.
All
and
right.
then 17.
So 17 main event.
Yeah, I guess.
Rock, Vince Shane?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Triple
TLC.
H Taker?
No. But
no.
TLC.
And the TLC. Okay.
All right, so how do you... So we go 4, 8, 12, 16 to whittle down to 5. All right, so...
Go ahead.
Take your first hack, knock one off.
Triple H Benoit.
Okay. And I would take off the cell.
Okay.
Chad, do you think either of those deserve to be saved?
That's blasphemy.
Which one?
Hell in the Cell's like a 4.5-star masterpiece.
All right, we'll put it back on. We'll see. Put it back on.
I mean, I like it better than 3 Stages of Hell. So there you go.
Oh, you're on crack. Did
Um,
you take your meds before you started this podcast?
all right, put it back on. Put it back on. All right, let's take off Vince Shane. That can go. That's not top 5. Angle Benoit can go too. I don't think that's top 5. My first glance, without too much thought, just spitting it out for my top 5 is Jericho Benoit from the ladder match. 3 Stages of Hell.
Mm-hmm. Brock Austin.
Yeah.
I know you hate it, but you got to put that.
I don't hate it.
I know you hate the last 3.5 minutes.
No, not even that. I don't know. I still don't see it. But it's fine. I understand it has to be here. I'm not going to die on that hill. I think TLC 2 I think should be on the list. And your pick of that Rock Triple H Jericho Rock Benoit mix.
Pretty close. They're all close.
Or Chad, if he wants to give his impassioned defense of the cell, if he can muster one up, he can.
I think the Iron Man, just because, they deserve props for what they did in that match.
Yeah, I've always loved that match.
So which of these would you drop for the cell, Chad?
3 Stages of Hell. but I understand
you're losing that, so next.
Yeah, I would do the Iron Man, and this would be our 5.
Okay. I'm good with that. The only one I really think it's tough to lose, I like Rock Angle and Triple H Jericho, but I'm fine.
Maybe 6 and 7. It's hard. But.
So here's my first stab at a 5. Would be Rock Austin 5, Rock Triple H 4. No. Rock Austin 5, 3 Stages of Hell 4, Judgment Day 3, TLC 2, Jericho Benoit 1. But that's just me, and I understand I completely underrate Rock Austin. I don't know what my personal issue is with that match. Every time I watch it, I just don't see it, but that's me. It has nothing to do with the heel turn. I supported the heel turn. It's just the match to me just never... I never just buy into it for some reason. I just can't. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Mine's not even close to yours. Mine would be 5.
Chad, you have mine flipped. I would have... All right, never mind. Is
mine would be 5... Actually, the only thing I would do here, I would put. Actually, here's mine: TLC 2 5, Triple H Judgment Day 4, Jericho Benoit 3, Rock Austin 2, 3 Stages of Hell 1. I know Chad hates that, but
yeah, that's not going number 1. I don't think it's the best match of all these. I don't think it's better than Jericho Benoit. I really don't.
I do. Definitely.
It's just a little too long for me.
No, I don't think so. I think they told a great story. There was no dead... That's one case I think where top to bottom, there's
but
no
I don't
dead...
think we needed like the straight match. Like, I don't know. I just think a Cell or whatever just would have been enough. It just felt like a little bit too much. That's all. That's all I'm saying. It's a great match, but I mean, we're splitting hairs here.
No, I agree we're splitting hairs, but we do have to put something at 1.
All right, so we don't agree
I love Jericho
on any.
Benoit.
Chad, give us your 5 here as well. Rank these 5 for us. But we don't go... I mean, so nothing lines up at all for us, so we can't even say we don't have like a consensus.
Yeah, mine doesn't line up either. I'd go 3 Stages 5, probably... It gets tough then. Probably TLC 2 4. Rock Triple H 3. I think Rock Austin 2, Jericho Benoit 1.
All right, so right there.
How about this? I will make a gentleman's agreement with you. All right, I'll be willing to put Jericho Benoit at 1 if you put the Stages at 2 and Rock Austin at 3.
I'm not sure yet. Let me see. So, because I was going to say, I think we should have the Iron Man 3, because Chad and I have it 3, you have it 4. I think we're all saying it's probably right around 3, 3.5 on this list, right?
I love the Iron Man. Yep.
Okay. Let's put it in there for a second. Just for a second.
Okay.
Rock Austin, I know I'm wrong. Okay, I understand that. I'll leave it to you guys to decide whether that's 2nd or 4th. I'm
Second
fine
for me.
also putting TLC 2 5th. I know I said it personally, it's my 2nd best. You have it 5, Scott. Chad has it 4. I know I underrate Rock Austin. If you were to slip everything around, that's fine. I'm down with that. I'm not budging off Jericho Benoit 1. I personally would then have... All right, I'm okay putting 3 Stages 2nd. And that's only because my feelings on Rock Austin. But I get how crazy it is to have that 4th. So I'll let you decide, Scott, where you want that.
I would put Rock Austin 3rd and Rock Triple H 4th.
How do you feel, Chad?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Flipping those 2.
All right.
I just
That'll be told,
Triple H
I'm
fan
against
or
the
not,
move.
I can't. I just not. It's just that great. Regardless of who my fandom is, that match to me is no worse than the 2nd best match of the year. To me, it's the best match of the year, but Jericho Benoit is tremendous. Just my opinion.
Okay, there you go. All right, so is there even a bottom 3? What do we got? So we got...
I know, really. There had to be some stinker. Anything in... Let's go to that King of the Ring now. King of the Ring show.
Yeah, that's up there.
Oh, Triple H. Not Triple H. Taker Kane at SummerSlam is fucking terrible.
Put that. And I think... What about Triple H Austin? Is that in the conversation from Survivor Series?
That match is pretty bad. Which is funny how much better they were 4 months later.
It's 25 minutes, and then we end with the fucking... I mean, the car alone...
It's ludicrous because then he comes back 2 weeks later with a Band-Aid.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that alone makes it the worst match. I mean, one of the worst matches.
It's stupid. It's stupid.
That's absurd.
Anything on Armageddon?
I mean, you got Boss Man, Big Show. Oh, no, it's 99. You got, no, Armageddon's pretty clean. I'm trying to think of some of these women's matches. Well, let's go to King. We didn't really look at King of the Ring yet. I mean...
Briscoe and Patterson.
Oh, yes, okay.
That fucking shit show.
That's obviously the worst, yes.
Yeah. That's right. I knew that match was in my head when we were doing the last report card, and then it went out of my head when we were debating actual good matches.
I mean,
and then it just
Crash
came
and
back in my
Bull
head.
is pretty rough. China Ivory, good call, Chad. At the Rumble,
I would do Briscoe Patterson 1, Taker Kane 2, China Ivory 3.
Okay.
I mean Triple H Austin's not good, but it's not worse than these 3.
Yeah, I guess not. The end is just so bad.
The end is terrible.
But Briscoe
the end is
Patterson and China
illogical.
Ivory
It's
are-
illogical.
Yeah, those are
then you
all-time
have then
worst.
you have Benoit, and then you have Benoit's like his hired guy running around. Like, the whole thing was ludicrous, but it's not worse than those 3, my opinion.
Okay.
All right. So, in what ended up being, this was a great debate. It's good to debate great matches. So, 12-1 for pay-per-view. King of the Ring. This goes from Backlash 2000 to 17. King of the Ring, Survivor Series, Armageddon, Unforgiven, SummerSlam, No Mercy, Judgment Day, Backlash, Fully Loaded, Rumble, No Way Out, 17. So pretty evident that when we get to 2001, things are great. Although a lot of those 2000s are good.
Yep.
3 worst, China Ivory, Rumble, Taker Kane, SummerSlam, Briscoe Patterson, King of the Ring. And the top 5, which was one of our best debates, TLC 2, Rock Triple H Iron Man from Judgment Day, Rock Austin 17, Triple H Austin No Way Out, and the number 1 Jericho Benoit IC ladder match from the Royal Rumble. Whew, that was good.
All right, why don't we go to 0102?
Okay,
Also going to
some
be
interesting stuff here.
Yeah,
well,
so
we're gonna have some more. We're gonna have some more great. I know what you're gonna fight for top match. We'll get to that in a minute. All right,
I do think it's the top show, and that's SummerSlam 01.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I think
Rumble
so.
Rumble 02.
Um,
The Rumble's great. Rock Jericho's really good. The tag is pretty good. What else is on that undercard? What's the middle show? Oh, Edge Regal
and Vince Flair.
Vince Flair is great.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I think I put Rumble 02 second.
Right,
I don't think it's
for
anything
now.
else here.
I got to think some more on this.
Okay.
I want to look at Invasion. So we got Edge and Christian against Storm and Awesome, Hebner and Nick Patrick, Acolytes over O'Hare and Palumbo, Kidman X-Pac, Raven Regal, that random 6-man, to Jerry Taz, RVD Jeff, the women, and then the main event, which is really good. That's more of a middling show. All right, let me check No Mercy. All right, so No Mercy 01.
Yes, that's a pretty good show.
Yeah, that's got Austin, RVD, Angle in the main event. Jericho, Rock, and arguably one of their best matches. Edge and Christian, the ladder match.
Yeah, No Mercy's pretty good.
Yeah, I put this my hesitant number 3 right now. I like King of the Ring.
I like King of the Ring too, actually.
Yeah.
I like the main event.
How about Survivor Series?
Take the main. Well, let's put the main event away for a minute. Is the rest of that show good? The cage tag.
Edge and Test.
Edge and Test.
Battle
RVD.
I mean, the main event's 45 minutes, though. I mean, that's a big chunk of that show.
Yeah.
And it blows off a pretty good storyline. You know, all things considered.
Oh, yeah. Well, the storyline.
Can you think of what would you have above it from what's left? Vengeance? Mania?
No Way Out 02 is not good. 18, that's an interesting one.
I mean, so Vengeance, you got the 3 matches at the end. Austin Angle, Jericho Rock, Austin.
We think it's Taker RVD.
Man, that's fun too. I mean, I think this is in the mix, in the middle.
Matt and Jeff is not good.
I think I might go Mania just because of Rock Hogan.
Yeah.
And then I think I'd go Armageddon. Vengeance. And then, so what's that leave us with? Unforgiven. Oh, we still got Invasion, right? I'd probably go Invasion next after Vengeance.
Yeah, I go Invasion next.
And then our bottom 4, Unforgiven, No Way Out, Backlash, and Judgment Day.
Judgment Day is not good. Backlash isn't that much better, to be honest with you. Those 2 post-17 shows are not good.
So Judgment Day, we got Regal Rikishi, the 3 out of 3 falls Angle Benoit, Rhino versus Test and Show, China Lita, Kane, Triple H chain match. You get the tag turmoil, and then Austin Taker, 23 minutes.
And that match is mediocre.
And then Backlash, we got X Factor against the Dudleys, Rhino Raven, which is a lot of fun.
Rhino Raven's
Jericho, a 31-minute Iron Man with Benoit and Angle, Shane Show, Hardy, Guerrero, Christian, and then the tag. I mean, I think that and Judgment Day to me are like almost dead even. It just depends. I think No Way Out is probably the worst.
Which is sad because there's such an iconic moment in that show. But the card is just the shits. It really is.
So Unforgiven, we have the Dudleys against Matt, Jeff, Storm, and Hurricane. So Dudleys and the Hardys. No, hang on. It was a four-way. So Dudleys versus Hardys versus Storm and Hurricane versus Show and Spike. Saturn Raven, Christian Edge, Chronic, Taker and Kane, RVD Jericho,
Chronic,
Tajiri Rhino, Rocket against Booker and Shane, and Kurtz Austin. I think I'd go No Way Out 12, Unforgiven 11. Fuck. Because I think those Benoit Jericho matches in the spring are better than anything on Unforgiven or No Way Out. So then it's just a toss-up between Backlash and Judgment Day, which you think is worse.
They're both equally bad.
I'd probably go Backlash is better, because I like the Rhino Raven match. And I think the main event here is better than Austin Taker on its own.
Yeah. All right. I like that.
And the submission match.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, the undercard at Backlash is actually not atrocious. I thought it was worse. Judgment Day is not as good. It's definitely worse.
All right, so let's do our matches. So we got Angle Austin. I think we got Rock Hogan.
Rock Hogan.
Jeff RVD.
Which one?
SummerSlam.
Oh,
I don't know. Chad, which one of those do you like better?
SummerSlam or Invasion?
I think I like SummerSlam better.
Okay. Rock Jericho at No Mercy.
Yep. Rumble?
No, I don't think that's top 5. I mean, it depends how you consider the other Rock Jericho matches, like Vengeance and the Rumble. Like, if those compare to these, they're all really good. Main event of Survivor Series. I think that's better than the main event of Invasion, so I think that bumps it. You got Angle Shane from King of the Ring.
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like we're underrating these the Benoit Angle matches, but they blend together for me so much.
It's one. I mean, literally from the beginning of 17 till the end of Judgment Day, it seems like one long Iron Man.
Right.
That's what it seems like. That's a ladder at Judgment Day, right? Because the medal's hanging, right?
It's the best of 3. It ends with a ladder.
Yeah.
So in my old review, I went 4 stars in Backlash, and only 2. Oh, that's a turmoil. Let's say 2.5. The best of 3, I went 3.5 stars, and that was a pinfalls only, submissions only, and then ladder. Yeah, I don't think I'd bump any of these for that. All right, so if we're looking at our top 6 of Austin Angle SummerSlam, Alliance Team WWF Survivor Series, Rock Hogan, Rock Jericho, No Mercy, RVD Jeff, and then Angle Shane. Is there any that jumps out of you drop?
Angle Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that being 6th looking in.
Okay.
All right. So my 1-2 is Austin Angle 1, Rock Jericho 2. And then I would do Rock Hogan 3, Survivor Series main event 4, RVD Jeff 5.
Yep. I have no arguments with that.
What do you think, Chad?
I was just kind of thinking Rock Hogan 2, but
no, Rock Jericho's really good.
Rock Jericho's good. Rock Hogan's is just the grandeur of it more than the match. What do you think, Chad?
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, so we're good with that.
All right, bottom 3 is getting tough to remember. Like in the old days, they stood out. I look at No Way Out.
Any Big Show matches?
I know, he's usually the go-to.
Oh God, there had to have been some stinkers in late
like
01.
No Way Out doesn't. I mean, you got that.
No, he wasn't around for most of the invasion, so.
I mean, you got that Rock Taker match, but that's not even that bad at No Way Out. WrestleMania. Let's see.
No.
Yeah,
Austin Hall.
No. I mean, it's
mediocre.
Yeah. Let's see, Judgment Day.
Goldust. What was that one at No Way Out? Was it Goldust RVD? That's pretty terrible.
But that's even just like 2 stars. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Austin Taker.
Rock Taker. See, even Rock Taker at No Way Out was probably the best of their matches.
Yeah, I don't think that's that bad.
No.
Saturn Raven. Oh, Chronic. Taker and Kane versus Chronic.
Chronic.
That's probably the winner.
I know it breaks your heart to do that.
I know, but I mean, that's probably the winner, I would think.
Yeah, that's pretty abysmal. Chronic.
I mean, if you really just want to be dicks, like we could say Hebner and Nick Patrick at Invasion. I mean, it was never meant to be good, but I feel like we're going to be nitpicking a bit.
Yeah. Anything at Vengeance that's bad?
I'm looking.
Matt
now.
and Jeff is not good.
Yeah, but it's not worst. I mean, is it worst 3 of the year? Like, I feel like that's harsh for that. Oh, Trish Jackie. I gave a half star. You gave a star. That's Vengeance 01.
Oh, I forgot about that match.
How about King of the Ring?
No.
We didn't really dive into that one. Angle.
Taker DDP doesn't count because I don't even think that was a match. So
yeah, the rest of the show's fine. No, there's nothing there.
Anything in the tournament? No. Those are only 4 matches anyway. 3 matches. Anything at Judgment Day? No. Anything screaming out at you, Chad? Chad, is there anything screaming out at you in any of these?
No, not really. This is kind of a weird year where it's memorable in some respects on the TV side, but not. Some of these pay-per-views blend together.
They really do, and there's nothing that's abysmal. Like, everything's either off the charts great or mediocre. Like, there's very rarely anything.
I don't think we're missing anything. I would just go Taker, Kane, Chronic 1, Hebner, Nick Patrick 2, and then Trish, Jackie at Vengeance 3. Yeah. I mean, I don't think any that ever stood out as like awfully,
Yeah.
Gouge your eyes out bad.
No. All right. So for pay-per-views, and again, this goes from Backlash 01 to WrestleMania 18. We have No Way Out from bottom to top. No Way Out 02, Unforgiven 02, Judgment Day 01, Backlash 01, Invasion, Vengeance 01, WrestleMania 18, Survivor Series 01, King of the Ring 01, No Mercy 01, Rumble 02, and the top pay-per-view, SummerSlam 01 from San Jose. Top 3 worst matches, 3 Trish Jackie Vengeance, 2 Hebner Patrick Invasion, and 1 Taker Kane Chronic from that's Unforgiven, Chad, not SummerSlam.
You blew it!
And then top 5, 5 RVD Jeff from SummerSlam, 4 Alliance versus Team WWF from Survivor Series, 3 Rock Hogan from WrestleMania, 2 Rock Jericho No Mercy, and the best match of the report card, Austin versus Angle from SummerSlam.
Yeah, baby.
All right. Well, let's take a break.
Let's do one more. Want to
do one more? Okay, we can do one more.
Let's forge ahead.
This one actually may not be that hard.
Right. That's why. Let's get to me, this is where and then I think we take a breather, and then we get to that last 3 is going to be probably more harrowing. I feel like 19 ends the really. We can get there. And by the way, let's just slot that in now. WrestleMania 19 for the 02-03 calendar year.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. Well,
SummerSlam.
Yeah, that's tough. Got to give SummerSlam its due. That show is incredible.
Yeah, I think 19.
19. We've talked about 19. 19 is very well. 19 is a funny show because the matches are very good, but it's not long. Like, it's weird, right? It seems like it's not a long show because the 5 matches or the 4 matches at the end are all great.
What do you think, Chad? Mania or SummerSlam?
Mania 1.
Okay, good boy.
Okay.
All right, so then I think for our worst, we look at either No Way Out or King of the Ring or Judgment Day. I think of the 3 in the mix. So Judgment Day 02
is
Eddie RVD's pretty good. Trish Stacey, Brock and Heyman against the Hardys, Austin over Flair and Show, which is actually pretty fun. Angle Kurt hair match, which is good. Triple H Jericho Cell, which is pretty good. So it's just a shit main event. So actually, I'd hold off on that one. I think that's not that awful of a card. And Backlash,
King of the Ring's not great.
Yeah, I'd say King of the Ring's probably worse. I mean, Backlash,
the tournament's bad, and the main event sucks.
Backlash has that awful Taker Austin match, but you got Eddie RVD there, Kurt Edge again, and Hogan Triple H, which was fun in its own right. But let's just look at No Way Out versus King of the Ring. So No Way Out, 03.
You got Jeff, who's like drunk during his match
against Jericho.
Triple
Storm
H,
and Regal
Steiner.
Storm and Regal against RVD, Kane, Matt Kidman, Taker, Big Show, Brock and Benoit versus Team Angle, Austin Bischoff, which is nothing, and Hogan Rock is brutal. I'd put this last. I think this is worse. Well, King of the Ring's pretty bad.
What do you think, Chad? King of the Ring 02 or No Way Out 03?
I think I would actually go probably No Way Out. Worse.
Yeah,
that show was really disappointing.
But King of the Ring has nothing. Like, what is the best match? RVD Jericho, and what was that, like 2.5 stars? I mean, Angle Hogan's kind of fun.
You know what's funny about King of the Ring?
Flair Eddie's not bad.
You know what's funny about No Way Out? Star power wise, that fucking like you said, Chad, that show's loaded in terms of star power, but like nothing when they actually executed it, nothing blew it away.
Triple H Taker is so bad.
Triple H Taker's terrible. What's worse, Triple H Taker? I can't believe I'm about to ask this question. What's worse, Triple H Taker or Triple H Steiner? We ask Dylan, see what he says.
Well, Triple H Steiner from No Way Out is just an atrocity.
It's not as bad as
I think it's way worse than the Rumble.
All right, let's go No Way Out then. You mean worse than King of the Ring?
No, I think the Triple H Steiner from No Way
Out
is worse than the
You think it's worse than Triple H Undertaker?
That's close, probably.
Okay. All right, go No Way Out. Then King of the Ring. And they're both dog shit. And then... I don't know. It's just... I think the rest of these are all kind of the same.
I mean, Unforgiven 02 really
you get that
brings
tag
nothing
match
to the table.
What do you mean? You got no, I mean, you got Angle Benoit.
Yeah.
You bring nothing
but
to
the
table.
RVD Triple H is not great. Taker Brock is awful.
I don't think it's awful. It's just a weird finish. Eddie Edge is really good.
Eddie Edge, yeah.
What
about the No Mercy undercard, though?
Oh, I think No Mercy's better.
Yeah, I was going to contend No Mercy for number 3.
Yeah, I mean, No Mercy, you get the Cell, you get the one of the greatest tag matches of all time in the tag match.
Yeah, No Mercy definitely should be 3. Could Survivor Series be close to 3? No. I mean, the Chamber's great. Trish Victoria is pretty awesome, actually. The tag
I don't think it's
decent.
better than No Mercy. I mean, No Mercy, you get like 2 5-star matches, pretty much.
Yeah, you pretty much do. Yeah.
I mean, this might be. I mean, next to 01, this might be our best top 3. Mania 19, SummerSlam 02, No Mercy 02. Those are like 3 awesome shows.
Yeah, they really are.
Let's look at Armageddon to see where that slots in. If it's toward the bottom.
Let's see. The tag title, right? Jericho Christian against Booker and Goldust.
Edge and A-Train, where he almost kills him. Benoit
Batista
Eddie,
Shawn.
Batista Kane.
I'm Batista Kane.
Benoit Eddie's really good at that show.
Yeah.
The 3 stages is... I think I'd put this next.
Kurt, Big Show.
Yeah, I'd put this 10th, I think.
Yeah. That stage is... there's a match. That stage is, unlike the other one, this stage hasn't done well in time. Time hasn't helped. It hasn't aged well. That's the word. That's the way I wanted to say it.
So what about Rumble 03? To me, this is an interesting show. Because you get an all-time classic, you get an all-time worst, and then a pretty solid Rumble. And you also have Dawn Tori, which, Chad, you should just put that in now for top 3 worst so we don't forget about it.
I mean, is there any other pay-per-view in history that has a 5 and a 0 on the same show?
And like a strong, like a hard 0. Like not like a shit dud women's match. Like, I mean a hard fucking mess with an all-time.
There's really no pay-per-view that you have a 5 and a 0.
I feel like it slots dead in the middle, like 6th or 7th for right now, and then we just work around it.
What was the tag in that opener?
No, it wasn't. It was Brock and Show to qualify.
Brock and Show. Then the tag. Then there was a tag, right, after that, I think? Regal, was it Regal Morley? No.
Dudley's versus Regal and Storm.
That's right, Regal and Storm.
Vengeance 02. You got Rock, Kurt, Taker, Storm and Christian against Hogan and Edge, Show and Booker, RVD Brock, which is blah, Cena, Jericho, Hardy, Regal. It's not a great show. I feel like it has a good rep, but I think people get confused with 03.
Well, because the main event is fantastic.
Right. But I don't think, is it better than these other ones? I mean, let's put, I think Unforgiven goes 10. No, wait. What do we say? Where's Armageddon? We do Armageddon? Yeah, Armageddon should be 10. Unforgiven, 9. And then Vengeance, 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this leaves us with, we got Unforgiven, we got Backlash, Judgment Day, and is there
Survivor
else?
Series.
No, we got Survivor Series in there. Oh no, we don't. Okay,
no,
so we got Survivor Series, Backlash, and Judgment Day, and we got to figure out if the Rumble's better than any of those.
No, yeah, I think Survivor Series is better than Rumble.
Okay, so that's above. Is Rumble better than Judgment Day?
Let's put it this way: the way we're probably looking at it is Benoit Angle better than the overall, because that's really what we're hanging the Rumble on, is that match.
Oh, and the Rumble match is pretty good too.
The Rumble match is good,
but it also has 2 real bad matches in the women and the Triple H Steiner.
And Triple H Steiner, yeah. I mean, you're talking 2 zeros. Really, it's very hard to figure that out.
Judgment Day's got the pretty fun Austin versus Flair and Show. Good Eddie and RVD. Triple H, Jericho in the Cell. And the Hair versus Hair. And then Backlash, we said, had the straight Angle Edge. Another Eddie RVD. That's the one where he just destroys them. Taker Austin, which is rough. I think I'd probably go Rumble better than Backlash. And then Unforgiven. And then Judgment Day 5. Well, what do you weigh in on Judgment Day Rumble, Chad? You can just message if you want. I think Backlash is definitely 7th, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go Judgment Day 5. Rumble 6.
Rumble 6. And then Vengeance 7.
Backlash.
I mean, Backlash 7.
Okay. All right, best match. So we got a lot. I got to hack away again. We got the Cell, the Taker Brock Cell.
Taker Brock Cell.
You got the Tag at No Mercy.
Tag at No Mercy. You've got
Brock Angle.
Brock Angle. You've got Vince Hogan.
Jericho Shawn.
Triple H Shawn.
From SummerSlam.
Brock. Yes, Triple H Shawn SummerSlam. Brock.
Yeah, Brock.
How about RVD Benoit?
No, I don't think it makes this list.
No? Okay.
I don't think Benoit Angle makes the list. I think that just misses. Eddie Benoit from Armageddon just misses.
Yeah. Any of the Eddie RVDs? No.
No,
probably not, right?
Edge, Eddie just misses. Edge Angle to me just misses. Like some of these other ones are really good.
Oh, it's a good one, Chad Chamber. How about the triple threat at Vengeance?
Oh, Angle Benoit. Oh, you got that, Chad. No, I don't think the Triple H makes it. I don't think that triple threat makes it over any of these.
Okay.
I think we caught pretty much the big ones.
Yeah. Anything else at 19? Rock Austin?
Rock Austin. No? Shit. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. And Hogan. We have Hogan Vince.
And Hogan Vince, too, Chad.
I mean, I don't think that's going to be top 5, but at least deserves a mention. All right, so first stab. My must-haves are Taker Brock, No Mercy Tag, and Angle Benoit. Those 3, to me, have to be on. Mm-hmm. And then you get your pick of the 19 matches. And I don't think the Chamber makes it. I don't think Hogan Vince makes it. Rock Brock, to me, comes up a hair short. I think Rock Austin's my 5.
So your 5 again, or what?
I'd go in no order. Taker Brock, No Mercy Tag, Angle Benoit. So Hell in a Cell, No Mercy Tag, Angle Benoit, Rock Austin, And I got one more, right? So I did 4. Angle Benoit. Yeah, I guess maybe Rock Brock. Or Triple H Shawn. I think I like Rock Brock better. That'd be my 5.
Okay. I agree with you on 3 of those. I like Taker Brock Cell. I love that match, actually. No Mercy Tag and Angle Benoit Rumble. But I would put Triple H Shawn and Jericho Shawn.
I think Jericho Shawn's below those. It's really good, but to me that's like 4, and everything else to me is 4.5 to 5. I know I'm really high in Rock Austin. I love that match.
I love that match
it better
too.
than 17. That's me though. Chad, where do you put that one? How do you rate that one?
Yeah, really high on that. I'd say honestly we probably got to put Triple H Shawn on the list, and then that would put Rock Brock. Yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I don't think Jericho Shawn belongs on there.
Okay. How about then the Cell, the Tag, Triple H Shawn, Angle Benoit,
Rock Austin.
Okay,
I'm fine with that. I would put. God damn it.
For me, the top 2 are.
I think the top 3 are the 2 No Mercies and Angle Benoit. And then I'd go Triple H Shawn and then Rock Austin in any order, whatever. If you're adamant that should be 4, I'd personally have Rock Austin 4th, but I'm not going to nitpick with you.
I won't argue as much about this one as I did the Triple H, the 3 stages, because I love this match just as much. But it's not. I will say it's not better than the No Mercy Tag or Taker Brock. My favorite match of this card is Taker Brock in the Cell. I would put that 1.
Is that your 1, Chad?
Yeah, it is.
And then No Mercy Tag 2nd. And then Angle Benoit 3rd. I mean,
Benoit.
Those are all 3 5 stars to be pretty much.
I know. Triple H Shawn 4th and Rock Austin 5th. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with that.
All right, so now
that's I mean, that's legitimately a.
It's a great year.
What did we just come up with? That's like just 5 fantastic.
I really think you could argue this year has the best top 5 match and the best top 3 pay-per-views. But let me riddle you this, sir. Mm-hmm. Looking at this, is there any argument that No Mercy should be ahead of SummerSlam?
I guess it's hard.
And Chad makes a good point, too, saying all 5 matches are in different ways great.
Yeah. That is true, Chad.
All right, so No Mercy 03.
I have no problem flip-flopping No Mercy in SummerSlam.
So here's the rest of No Mercy 02. We didn't cover the whole thing. Jericho and Christian against Booker and Goldust. Tori Dawn, RVD Flair, Noble to Jerry, Triple H Kane, Trish Victoria, and then the 2 big matches, which are 27 minutes and 22 minutes.
I would have to say SummerSlam's undercard's better.
Well, SummerSlam, you got Ray and Kurt, Jericho Flair, which is okay, Edge and Eddie, which was not their best match, RVD Benoit, which is pretty good. I guess it comes down to, do you think Shawn, Triple H, and Brock Rock, are they better than the top 2 at No Mercy? No, neither are.
Mm.
And so now your third comes down to Angle Ray versus the third match at No Mercy, which would be, I guess, already. It wins the third, but to me, the top 2 are better at No Mercy, and they eat up. So they eat up a combined 49 minutes. SummerSlam eats up a combined, less than that, 27 to 16. So 43,
42, 43.
Yeah, and I think I don't know. I think Shawn Triple H is too long. I'd vote for No Mercy to be higher, but that's just me.
I'm fine.
I'm
good with it. What do you think, Chad?
Okay.
Yep, I guess he agrees. So, those 2 shows are, they're pretty close.
Trust me, I didn't think that to be. I thought the bigger debate was 19 versus SummerSlam, and then you start breaking down that No Mercy card, and they're literally 2 of the best matches in history on that card.
I know. Yeah. I think they're both very comparable, SummerSlam and No Mercy as shows. They really are.
I mean, that tag.
I think people.
You could say, is the best tag of all time.
And you know what it is too, JR. People taking away the two great matches. Anytime people think No Mercy 02, they think Katie Vick,
right.
And then they kind of it soils it, which really it shouldn't. It has nothing to do with it, but.
So for our bottom three, we have the two Steiner Triple H's. We have Dawn Tori at the Rumble. We also had Dawn Tori at No Mercy. I don't remember which one was worse.
They both. That's one I don't think you really need to split hairs about. They're both pretty terrible.
Yeah, I didn't know if we should just do like the both. And then
I think you're fine there, Chad. I think we should just put those three and move. Put the two Steiner Triple H's, tie those two Dawn Tories, and move on.
Was there anything else? Because Rock Hogan at No Mercy.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's worse than these though. It's not great, but it's not worse.
You don't think
these.
It's worse than either of the Steiner Triple H's?
No. Those two Steiner Triple H's, and this is me saying that, are two of the worst matches in the history of all of professional wrestling.
I guess those got to be top three. But I think we could just pair. We could say both Dawn Tories, both Steiner Triple H's, and then something else.
No.
But no, that's fine.
Steiner Triple H. Those matches were supposed to have so much hype, and they're fucking horrendous.
I think the Rumble one is third because of the entertainment value.
Yeah, I've always said that the Rumble one is just sickeningly bad, but from a you could watch it and laugh. No Way Out always annoyed me because they never did anything to make it better. And of course that also comes from one of the greatest. I'm going to think about that for episode 500. That's when I made my infamous comment. I didn't say it right, and I said that match needed more sex. And then we had a great joke for another half hour about it on the podcast. You have to listen to that No Way Out 03 vault. It's very funny. Better than the show, actually. Better than the pay-per-view. All right, that was good. That was a good card. That was a good report card.
I think so. All right. So why don't we go ahead and take a break, and we'll take a breather. We got, 3 more to go?
These are not going to be easy.
03, 04, 04, 05, 05, 06. We'll come back, and we'll kind of refresh in case anyone missed the announcement of where we're headed next week. So we'll be right back after this.
Because?
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Voice of Ring of Honor's Kevin Kelly here. I just want to make sure you're all subscribed to all of our great feeds here at Place to Be Nation. Now, it's really easy to do. Just head to iTunes or your preferred podcatcher app today and search for and subscribe to the Place to Be Nation wrestling feed, Place to Be Nation pop feed, Pro Wrestling Only feed, and, of course, the Kevin Kelly Show feed, which includes the full archives of my podcast. Subscribe, listen, and then rate us and leave feedback today. And of course, as always, enjoy all the great action of Ring of Honor Wrestling and everything presented to you on PlaceToBeNation.com.
Place to Be Nation's JT Rozzero here, and I want to let you know that we have a ton of great podcasts available to you on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and PlaceToBeNation.com, and we offer them to you across 2 great feeds. On the Place to Be Nation wrestling feed, you can check out Scott Criscolo and me on the Mothership, the Place to Be podcast, with our famous Vintage Vault pay-per-view reviews. PTBN also covers current-day wrestling with the smash hit Clotheslines and Headlines, our steady veteran main event, and the beloved monthly pay-per-view reaction shows with immediate feedback on all pro wrestling super shows. Relive wrestling's past with our monthly pay-per-view rewind series led by Ben Morse, the always contentious Dangerous Alliance podcast, and Survey Says, a fun look back at the good, bad, and ugly of WCW. On our very popular Place to Be Nation Pop podcast feed, we offer such great shows as the Glenn Butler Podcast Hour Spectacular, Rank and File, NBA Team, Lucha Undead, Geek and Sassy, and a veritable podcast heaven for comic fans with hard-traveling fanboys, Sellers Points, Todd Weber's Conversation, and Imaginary Stories. Subscribe to both of those feeds on iTunes and rate and leave feedback for us as well. All of these shows, plus others, available at PlaceToBeNation.com, where we cover pro wrestling, sports, movies, comics, plus tournaments, and more. Be sure to support our site by using PlaceToBeNation.com/Amazon when doing your online shopping, and download our free Place to Be Vintage Vault Refresh ebooks via the links on the right-hand side of our site. We also want to thank our friends at Boneheads Wing Bar in West Warwick, Rhode Island, and Fall River, Massachusetts, TheHistoryOfWrestling.com, and Scott Keats' Blog of Doom. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr as well. PlaceToBeNation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world.
The PWO PTBN feed has changed its name, now known simply as Pro Wrestling Only, so it should be easier to find and indeed to say. All of your favourite shows are still here, including Where the Big Boys Play, Letters from Kayfabe, Titans of Wrestling, Tag Teams Back Again, This Week in Wrestling, and many, many more. including our full archives of tremendous content. So make sure you subscribe to the Pro Wrestling Only feed today.
Hey, this is Scott Hudson, and you're listening to the Place to Be Podcast with Scott and Justin.
Fourth pack is back, cause I'm mass destruction. Guess who's here? The bad boys of wrestling. Testing competition when the war does their mission. Not no mercy, see the race like the street. If you don't know, you better find out the wolf pack. Here to prove a point, number one, best believe that you don't want to tussle with them. I'll be there for.
All right, Nation, we are back running through our pay-per-view yearly report cards for the creative years of 1998-99 all the way through 05-06, putting a bow on this era in all of our reviews because next year we go back to where it all began. But first, let's take you back to PlayStation.com. Lots going on there. Hot off the presses. Over the past week, we had new episodes of Letters from Kayfabe. Scott Criscolo starring yours truly for the whole episode, so be sure to check that out. Charles Williams' a countdown of the top 500 matches of the 90s wrapped up. Be sure to revisit all the controversy that went down there. All of our usual columns, the Excellent Network Adventure, Seinfeld Rewatch, the Wednesday Walk Around the Web, Survivor Series Top 10 is finishing up. Of course, Survivor Series in the book here. Another yearly installment down yesterday, and was a interesting pay-per-view, Scott. Mm-hmm. Our Vinceville Refresh Series, as we're heading hard into 1994. Finished the whole year, Scott. Are you proud of us? We got all the way through 1993, every single Raw.
Thank God. And I never want to watch any of them ever again. I'm enjoying it. I'm a little bit ahead in 94, and I've been really digging 94. I think 94 Raw is, if you go through the pantheon of Raws, 94 is pretty unheralded, in my opinion. I'm looking forward to what the readers think.
All right, and of course, a couple weeks ago, if you went back and if you missed it, it's definitely a piece you should read, is The Definitive Guide to the Suits of the $1 Million Man by the one and only Ted DiBiase Paramore, Parv. Well worth a read. He breaks down every suit, when it debuted. He's got pictures, he's got video, he's got everything else in here. And I mean, he gives like in-depth conversation on each of these suits. He's got a telestrator out to point things out. An epic read. So if you want to read Parv's love letter to the wardrobe of the $1 Million Man, I mean, he goes through 12 of his suits. So be sure to check that out. And be sure to check out everything else we have to offer each and every week. Our free ebooks you can read. We have all our paper reviews, our Saturday Night's Main Events, and those Raws that we just mentioned will be up soon as well, the year of 1993. Follow us on Twitter, place number 2BNation. You can follow us on Facebook at Place to Be Nation. You can find us there. You can join our live chats group. Just let us know if you're interested. Tumblr and Instagram. And, of course, all of our feeds on iTunes, the Place to Be Nation Wrestling feed, the Place to Be Nation Pop feed, the Pro Wrestling Only feed, and the Kevin Kelly Show feed. So all four of those, be sure to subscribe today and follow us and rate us and like us and love us and listen to everything we have to offer. So PlayStation.com, the only place to be in your pop culture world. New episode, Clotheslines and Headlines, coming this week as well. Wrapping up Survivor Series, looking toward year end. And, of course, we'll have some Thanksgiving fare, as always, I'm sure, as the week pushes on. Mm-hmm. Anything else to add there, boys?
I think we're good. Amazon, everything else? Yeah, we were good.
Oh, we didn't talk about Amazon. PlayStation.com/Amazon. That's right. Shop. But you don't even need to do anything else. Just go PlayStation.com/Amazon. Takes you right to Amazon. Do all your shopping. No other steps needed. And you kick back some love here to PlayStation.com. Good call, Scott.
All right. Good time of the year as well. All right. Okay. 3 report cards to go. We went through the few fun years, like 01. I feel like 01, 02 through 03, 04, or through actually 2000, 2001 through 2002, 2003 were like the fun ones.
This is now like when it's like May and you're grading these papers and you're just fucking done with the whole thing.
You're done with all these fucking
kids.
We're at
right now. All right. Okay. Do you have anything that you can slot easily in for the pay-per-views here?
Vengeance 03 is number 1.
Okay.
Is there anything else? Not really.
No.
Not really.
No.
I mean, honestly, top to bottom?
No.
There's a lot of good individual moments on these shows.
Looking at this makes me want to puke.
I know.
And the next one's not much better. Oh,
no.
God. I don't remember shit. Okay, let's see. You think 20 is next?
I guess.
Let's look at Survivor Series. So you get the Holly, Benoit, Cena, Angle, Bradshaw against Brock's Beasts. Molly Lita, Kane Shane ambulance match, the Bashams versus the Guerreros, the really good Bischoff versus Austin match, Vince Taker Buried Alive, which is okay, and then Goldberg Triple H,
which is mediocre.
Fuck. I think 20 is probably next. Yeah, because the Rumble's kind of disappointing. Well, it's got the great Rumble match.
Yeah,
but the undercard
Triple H Shawn is not good.
No, I'd think Mania's next. I don't think anything here is better than Mania. Wasn't No Way Out surprisingly good when we went through it?
Well, let's see. No Way Out was
Eddie Brock. And then Kurt Cena show is pretty good.
Right.
Chavo Ray, Holly Rhino, World's Greatest versus APA, Noble Nydia, and then Rikishi and Scotty versus the Bashams. But I feel like Eddie Brock, we can at least consider this in here because of that match. Shit. All right, any of these that you consider right off the gate the worst?
No Mercy.
No, I thought that wasn't that bad when we looked at it. I think Unforgiven.
I thought that was the one that you and Claire have motherfucked for the last 12
years. Yeah, but then remember we
years.
watched it. We said Brock Taker wasn't as bad. Angle Cena wasn't bad.
Angle Cena wasn't bad.
I mean, it's not great.
All right, maybe it's not 12th.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably bottom 3. How about Armageddon? Oh no, I think Bad Blood and Unforgiven. I think right, are the two.
Yeah, Unforgiven isn't good. Bad Blood, the Cell, I guess. I don't think
Flair,
the Cell sucks. So. What about
Goldberg,
Judgment
Jericho.
Day? Oh, Judgment Day has that good tag though, right? Isn't that what is it? Eddie Tajiri, or is that Vengeance?
No, you're right. Yep.
But the rest of that show isn't great. I mean, Triple H Nash is the what is it? The stretcher match is.
I like the stretcher match. That's got Hogan Piper.
Ugh.
I just want to end this show right here. Armageddon 3.
you really do this every time we have a show. Can we just stop this now?
This is rough. How about Armageddon? Triple H, Goldberg, Kane, the Tag Turmoil, Sean Batista. I mean, I think the best match is Jericho and Christian versus Trish and Lita. RVD Orton, which is okay. I'd go Bad Blood, Unforgiven, Armageddon, Judgment Day. Let me look at Backlash.
Backlash, you have Brock Goldberg, Cena Brock.
That 6-man.
That
Show
terrible
Ray.
6-man. Show Ray.
That 6-man's not terrible.
With Triple, it's all right,
Triple
I
H,
guess.
Jericho, Flair, Shawn, Nash, Booker. I thought it was okay. I mean, the whole show's not that good. So, I don't know, Backlash versus, we get SummerSlam, too, which isn't that great. I'd probably go Backlash, then SummerSlam. I think No Way Out's 4th after Survivor Series.
Yeah.
And then Rumble 5th.
What else is at SummerSlam? Well, SummerSlam, the what is it? Brock Show Kurt? That's pretty good.
No, Brock Kurt.
Oh, it's just Brock Kurt. I'm thinking of Vengeance 03.
Yeah. SummerSlam's got Brock Kurt, The Chamber, which is actually a pretty good match.
Yeah,
and
the Chamber's
Fatal
not bad.
4-Way, Kane RVD.
Sans the bad ending. But.
Yeah. Would you put SummerSlam above the... No, I think... Actually, I put the Rumble... What do you like better, the Rumble match or Eddie Brock?
Eddie Brock.
Better than the Rumble match? Rumble 04 match?
Yeah, I mean... Eddie Brock's a great match.
All right, that's fine. Rumble 4th.
Chad, what do you... I know you're in... I know that you said you're kind of dark area, but if you had to pick those two in a vacuum, the Rumble 04 versus Eddie Brock, which is better?
Yeah, I'd go Eddie Brock as the better match.
Okay. So Rumble 04, and then I'd put SummerSlam next.
Yeah. What else on that undercard? Is Vengeance the one with Zach Gowen where Vince blades and his brains fall out of his ear?
Yep.
Okay. I forgot if that was SummerSlam.
So we go left Backlash and what am I missing?
Backlash and No Mercy.
That's fine. Like that. That's good enough.
Would you ever thought in your wildest dreams, like 6 or 7 years ago, that you'd have No Mercy that high? Because in the almost 14 years I've known you, you've totally trashed the shit out of that show.
It was just disappointing. I mean, you could maybe argue Judgment Day's better. Either way, I think you're splitting hairs with those three.
Yeah, no, you are. You definitely are. All right, best match.
Actually, I want to nitpicking again. Is Bad Blood worse than Unforgiven? I mean, we didn't really talk about it, but I think Unforgiven may actually be worse. I just want to look really quick.
I've never had a problem. I know everybody's going to, well, no kidding, but I've never had a problem with Triple H Nash in the cell.
Unforgiven.
Never
worse. Unforgiven has Goldberg, Triple H in that boring main event. Kane, Shane in a 20-minute last man standing. Coach and Snow versus Lawler and JR. It does have the pretty good Christian, Jericho, RVD, and Orton, Shawn is pretty good. But that has the fucking Test and Steiner match, where Steiner's a slave. Or actually, I think Bad Blood might be the really bad Test and Steiner. I know one of them is really bad.
Unforgiven's worse.
Yeah, because you at least got Flair and Shawn at Bad Blood and Goldberg, Jericho, which isn't bad.
Yeah, and the cell's not horrendous.
Okay. All right, so Test Steiner Unforgiven 03 is pretty bad.
Yeah.
What was the other one I was just thinking of? Center I forget which one's worse. Bad Blood or Unforgiven. They're both really bad. There's one where Memory falls off the apron. I forget which one that is.
I think that's Bad Blood.
Okay.
Oh, not Bad Blood. What was the other one you said? Judgment Day?
No, Unforgiven.
It is Bad Blood. Okay.
I don't know. They're both real bad.
They're both equally atrocious.
I mean, Mr. America Piper is not good. I don't know if I'd put it in the bottom three.
Piper, Mr. America. Ugh.
That tag that I said before, Coach.
Oh, Coach and
Coach
Snow
against
Jerry
King.
Any women's matches?
Sexist pig.
Even though you said it like 20 minutes ago.
I mean, you got Molly Ivory, which I'm sure was like passable. That's at Armageddon. I don't think anything the Rumble deserves to be there. Mania have anything?
Bad?
I don't think so. I mean, that SmackDown Fatal 4-Way is blah, but it's not. I mean, it depends on how you want to go with Goldberg Brock.
Oh, yeah, huh? What do you think, Chad?
I mean, that's such a spectacle, at least.
Remember you and I watched the Savage Hogan guys wrestling 2 sections over? It was actually more entertaining than that.
Yeah, I'd say these are more objectively bad.
Right.
Than Goldberg Brock? Okay.
Yeah.
How about Vince and Stephanie?
I was just thinking of Vince and Stephanie, that's why, yeah.
I remember we watched it thinking like it wasn't as awful, but I don't know if the concept enough makes it like I feel like they booked around it, but as the idea of what it is, put it on that list, you know? Like I thought it. I remember watching it and being like, they worked around it. I mean, you gave it a 1, I gave it a 1.5. I think it's probably going to be on there because it's fucking father versus daughter. I would combine the Test and Steiner matches. I'd actually put Coach and Snow worst, and then Test Steiner feud second, and then Vince and Stephanie third.
Yeah.
Did Tori and Dawn fight again on any of these shows?
I don't think so.
Are they done by early on?
Say that order again.
I would do the tag first. I think that's the worst match, the JR shit. And then Test Steiner feud second. And then dad versus daughter third. Because that match had we got the Kane Shane stuff. I don't think anything was awful. They weren't great. You had the last man standing in the ambulance. I mean, that Coach thing is brutal. There's no commentary. Remember, it's all fucking silent.
Yeah.
All right, so our top matches. Decent choices here. So we got the Rumble from 2004. You got Eddie Brock at No Way Out. Eddie Angle at 20. The main event of 20. World's Greatest versus Ray Kibben at Vengeance. Angle show Brock at Vengeance.
Eddie Benoit from Vengeance.
Yep, Eddie Benoit from Vengeance. You got Angle Brock from SummerSlam. You got Team Bischoff and Team Austin. I think Cena Taker from Vengeance probably misses the cut. I think this 8 is a good base. I don't think or 9. I don't think we're missing too much.
No, I don't think so either.
Anything jump out you'd act? So we got Rumble 2004, Eddie Brock, Eddie Angle, Mania 23-way, World's Greatest versus Ray and Kidman, Angle Show Brock, Eddie Benoit, Angle Brock, Bischoff Austin teams. Any must-haves? I think Eddie Brock is a must.
Eddie Brock is a must.
I think World's Greatest Ray Kidman is a must.
We don't have to have Eddie Angle from 20. I mean, it's a good match, but some of these are better.
You like it better than Eddie Benoit Vengeance?
No.
Okay.
Eddie Benoit Vengeance is better.
So if you had a, how do you feel?
I think Angle Brock at 19 is better than the one at SummerSlam.
All right. So how do you feel about the two we have, Eddie Brock and then World's Greatest, and then adding in the Mania 23-way, the Eddie Benoit Vengeance, and then Team Bischoff, Team Austin?
Yep, I like that perfect. I was about to say I like the I think the Team Austin, Team Bischoff needs to be there. I think that's a great match.
And it ended the feud for the year. Would you have? Is that order okay with you? Would you have that 23-way higher, lower?
Chad, what do you like better? The World's Greatest, Ray Kidman, or the Triple Threat?
Well, it's kind of tough, but I'd say in 2016, it's the Vengeance tag. I think that's a really underrated tag overall.
Okay, I'll go with that
because it's really good. I know I watched that when y'all did the vault, and I was kind of surprised. Because to compare it to something like Dean versus Sky Too Hottie, I mean, I like that match. I think it's very good, but I think this is legitimately great.
Right.
So it's even a level above the hidden gems.
Do you agree with what we chopped off?
Yeah, no big beef there.
Okay.
I like this order. I think we're good with this one.
All right, read it through.
Okay, pay-per-views, bottom to top. From Vengeance, this goes again from Backlash 03 to WrestleMania 20. Unforgiven, Bad Blood, Armageddon, Judgment Day, No Mercy, Backlash, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, No Way Out, Survivor Series, WrestleMania 20, and at number 1, Vengeance 03. 3 worst from 3 to 1, Vince and Stephanie from No Mercy 03, Test and Steiner, period, and Coach and Snow versus J.R. Lawler from Unforgiven. And our top 5 matches, number 5, Team Bischoff versus Team Austin from Survivor Series 03. Number 4, Eddie versus Benoit, finals of the U.S. title tournament from Vengeance 03. Number 3, Triple H versus Shawn Michaels versus Chris Benoit, the World Heavyweight Championship Triple Threat from WrestleMania 20. Number 2, World's Greatest Tag Team versus Ray and Kidman for the Blue Belt titles at Vengeance 03. And at number 1, Brock Lesnar versus Eddie Guerrero in the big WWE Championship match from No Way Out 2004.
All right. 0405. We have 15 shows, so lots of fun.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You'd be fucking kidding me.
All right. First glance, Scott.
Oh,
I got 21-1, Rumble 05-2. You disagree in any way with that?
Nope.
Okay.
No, there's nothing better than 21.
Okay.
The rest of 04 is pretty flat, to be quite honest with you. That's going to be our problem. Pretty much Backlash through Armageddon is the same show, it seems like, for both sides, for the Raw shows and the SmackDown shows.
Yep.
Now let's go to the bottom, and then we could fill in the middle. What's the worst? Bash 04 is pretty terrible.
You got Bash 04, you got
Armageddon 04. I had to sit
Armageddon
through
04.
that.
Yeah, Armageddon 04 is pretty putrid. Sorry, Judgment Day is not great either.
What's Vengeance? That's the Eugene stuff. Benoit Triple H with Eugene, right? Yeah. Edge Orton. That match isn't too bad. Taboo Tuesdays. Well, that ended up being okay, right? Because it's got that Orton Flair, which is at least decent, plus Snitsky. Bad Blood 04 is the fucking sell, which I think should be in the bottom 3. Benoit Kane. Oh, man.
Bad Blood 04 is not good.
I mean, you just get this mishmash. Judgment Day 04 sucks, too.
Yeah. Vengeance 04, not great.
I mean, Judgment Day 04's JBL Eddie, I guess, is pretty good.
Yeah.
You got Chavo, Jackie, Mordecai, Scotty, Tori Dawn again, Ray and RVD.
There's the other Tori Dawn. I knew there was another Tori Dawn floating around somewhere.
Taker, Booker.
Yeah.
Cena, Dupree. You mean Dupree. Tori Dawn. I think the cell should be in that top 3 worst. Yeah. I don't know. I think we just, whatever, alphabetically from 3 to 15. No Way Out was surprisingly good, wasn't it?
No Way Out 5? Yeah, I mean...
Did we end up liking that a lot? It was... JBL show was fun. Angle Kurt was really good. Cruiserweight Open. Eddie Ray versus the Bashams. Taker Luther Reigns. Luther Reigns. Chavo and the Gauntlet. Like, I remember not hating that. And I don't know. Is there a case for SummerSlam to be number 3? You got Eddie Angle again. Orton Benoit.
Triple H Eugene.
Yeah. Cena Booker. I mean, it's not a good number 3. It's not a strong number 3. But, I mean, looking at the rest of this sludge.
That's true. That's a good word for it, too. It is pretty much sludge.
I mean, Unforgiven 04, Triple H Orton, blah. Sean Kane, blah. That's good Jericho Christian, but it's... Oh, Tomko Stevie. Plug that in right now, Chad. Disaster for bottom 3. No Mercy. Was that a little feisty? I don't know. Cena Booker again. Show Kurt. London Kidman. I don't know. I really don't know. I think I'd put Taboo Tuesday 5th, maybe. Because you at least have Orton, Flair in the cage. Shawn and Triple H is pretty fun. Snitsky, that stuff's kind of fun. The women's shit's kind of hot, at least. With the schoolgirl battle royal. Shelton Jericho's pretty good. I actually might put that above No Way Out. I think I'd go Taboo Tuesday 4. And you might be able to argue it over SummerSlam. We can maybe debate that in a minute. So I go No Way Out 5. And then... God. You got... I guess you got... how about Backlash? Because the main event's pretty good.
Oh, you got Orton and Mick.
Oh, right. In the main event.
I
think I'd put Backlash above No Way Out.
I put Backlash above No Way Out, yeah.
And then we can debate that versus Taboo Tuesday versus SummerSlam. All right, so...
I feel like this would be exactly the same thing if we did whenever we do the 07-08 card. I feel like it'd be the same thing.
All right. New Year's Revolution. You get the cell.
Chamber. Yeah, the chamber's not bad.
And then nothing else. You get all the injuries. The bullshit Maven, Shelton. Oh, the awful Hassan Lawler. Do we have room in the bottom 3 for that? Hassan Lawler, that was a mess.
Yeah. That show sucks. Well, we have it at 7th, I guess. I guess it's a lesser of many evils.
All right, so do you want us to plug in Armageddon last?
Yeah, Armageddon is really bad. There's nothing worse. I don't think there's anything worse.
Bash.
And honestly, I would put Survivor Series maybe right above it because that show kind of sucks
too. I think Bash
too.
is worse than Survivor Series. The main event of Survivor Series at least isn't too bad. Well, Bash has Ray Chavo.
Yeah, the Raw one's not bad.
Bash has Ray Chavo.
Who's JBL face at Survivor Series?
Booker, which isn't awful either. Shelton Christian's not bad. I mean, the Bash is pretty rough other than Chavo. You got Sable and Tori, Suzuki and Billy Gunn, Mordecai and Holly. I mean, you get the bull rope match and Ray and Chavo. All right, put the Bash above Survivor Series, I guess. So Survivor Series 14th, Bash 13th. Ugh, God. I think I'd put Judgment Day 8th because of Eddie and JBL. And then I think I would go... What's Bad Blood again? Benoit Kane is like the best match on that show. Orton Shelton. I don't know. What do you think? You got Vengeance, Unforgiven, No Mercy. I think maybe No Mercy 9th.
Yeah. Let's see. Vengeance has Orton, Edge.
Unforgiven's got Jericho, Christian in the main event. Triple H, Orton.
Triple H, Orton.
I think I'd go Vengeance, Unforgiven, Bad Blood.
Yeah.
But whatever. What do you? Let's talk quickly about SummerSlam, Taboo Tuesday, Backlash.
I like Backlash better than SummerSlam.
And how about Taboo Tuesday?
Taboo Tuesday.
Taboo Tuesday got the fun main event, Flair and Orton.
Yeah.
Triple H, Shawn, arguably their best match in a while.
And that's Shawn with a bad leg.
Right. The women's stuff, and then you got Snitsky, which is good for comedy, and then Benjamin Jericho. I think is better because what's SummerSlam have that's better than any of that? It's got the inferior Eddie Angle, the asshole crowd. Oh, Benoit Orton's really good. I guess that's better than anything at Taboo Tuesday.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you so you think Backlash, SummerSlam, Taboo Tuesday?
Yeah.
You like Backlash better than SummerSlam?
I do. I used to like SummerSlam.
Well, yeah, right. I mean, Foley Orton's really good, and then Triple
Foley
H.
Orton's
in the
great.
main
I mean,
event's
Foley
really
Orton arguably is going to be in that.
And even Jericho, Christian, and Trish is pretty good. All right, I'm fine with that. Backlash 3. All right, whatever. All right, so I think our worst 3. I would drop Tori Dawn because I don't remember that. I think Tomko Stevie's the worst match. That was unbearable. And then I would do
Hassan Lawler is 2.
I think I'd make
Triple H Shawn 3.
Whatever. All right. I think you could argue the Cell's 2 because of how long it is, but
no.
Hassan Lawler is like 6 minutes. Put the Cell second. Tomko Stevie feels like it's a half hour. I mean, the Cell legit.
The Cell is longer than a half
it's like 45 minutes, right?
It's 47 something.
Yeah, I mean that's
not
abysmal.
Good. They really tried to make
47-23.
Flair Steamboat there, and it flopped.
Fuck it, that's the worst match. Put it number 1. I mean, 47 fucking minutes, and it's like a 1-2-star match. I mean, it's if that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So our best matches.
When's the last time you put Shawn in a worse match? It might be the only moment ever.
Unless you're Stephen
All
Graham. All right. So for our best stuff, we got Foley Orton, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the Backlash main event.
Yep.
We could look to 21, right? So we got Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
And we didn't even talk about 21 because it just slotted it in number 1, and that was it. Kurt Shawn,
definitely.
I think that's probably.
I would argue that's number 1.
All right, I'd say that's it from that show.
Yeah.
I'd put the Rumble match, which I think is one of the better ones.
Yep. Anything else from that show? No.
No, Ed Shawn isn't that good.
Anything from No Way Out? No.
I mean, I like Flair and Orton in the cage, but
I do too.
I don't know.
I do too.
I
don't know if that's top 5, but I like it too.
Well, maybe just out of attrition.
Like the war of attrition.
I mean,
match
Ray Chavo at Bash isn't bad, and then I like Eddie JBL at Judgment Day.
That's not the one he wins the title, right? That's the first one where Eddie bleeds like fucking 50 gallons. Yeah.
And then the Chamber, I guess, at Revolution. I don't know.
Yeah, that's solid enough, but
okay.
I think one.
Oh, Benoit Orton should be on there too.
Oh, right, from SummerSlam.
All right.
All right.
I think we pretty much got everything here.
Okay.
All right. So, what are your must-haves? My must-haves are Foley Orton.
My must-haves are Foley Orton, the Triple Threat, and Shawn, Kurt.
And Money in the Bank, I think, belongs.
And
on
Money
there.
in the Bank. The rest can be a brawl over the 5th one.
So I would drop the Chamber. I would drop Rumble 05. I would drop Ray Chavo. I think they've done it a million times. So I think my last spot would come down to either Benoit Orton, Flair Orton. I'd probably drop Flair Orton. I think my last spot would come down to Eddie JBL or Benoit Orton. Which one of those two do you like better, Chad?
I like Eddie JBL better.
Okay. I'm good with that.
I'm fine with it. So why don't we do...
I think Foley Orton's my one.
Really?
Yeah.
More than Shawn Kurt?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'd put Shawn Kurt too.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I mean, Foley Orton's arguably like Foley's greatest match, and which is crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You could argue maybe Orton's best match too.
And then I would do Money in the Bank, then the 3-way, then Eddie JBL.
Then the 3-way, and then Eddie JBL. Yep, I'm perfectly fine with that.
You agree with that, Chad?
Yep.
Okay. Oh God, that was hell. All right, read it down so I can.
This one might be a little. Our last one might not be as bad.
Yeah, it probably will be. But go ahead, read through that one.
All right, so 15-1, Armageddon 04, Survivor Series 04, Bash 04, Bad Blood 04, Unforgiven 04, Vengeance, No Mercy, Judgment Day, Revolution 05, No Way Out 05, Taboo Tuesday, SummerSlam, Backlash, Royal Rumble 05, and the number 1 slot goes to WrestleMania 21. 3 worst matches. 3, Hassan Lawler, New Year's Revolution. 2, Tomko Stevie, Unforgiven. And 1, might be the only time you ever see him in a worse match, Shawn Triple H from Bad Blood, the Hell in a Cell, which is 7 hours long. And top 5 best matches of the year, Eddie JBL Judgment Day, Triple H HBK Benoit Backlash, Money in the Bank at 21, Angle HBK at 21, and number 1, Foley versus Orton from Backlash. Okay. Last one. The end of an era. And Chad, look at this. Chad's already jumping ahead, putting the best matches. Of course, all matches we would definitely do.
All right, best show.
Best show.
Anything jump out? Vengeance 05.
Yeah.
That's the easy choice, I think, right?
I think it is. Right? You got 2. I mean, in my opinion, 2 matches that are between 4 and 5 stars.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope.
Down with that.
Yeah, that's easy. After that,
22. Is that in the mix?
Yeah.
One night stand. What were you saying? So one night stand.
One night stand. One night stand is One night stand is number 1. Vengeance is number 2.
Yep, and then WrestleMania, I think.
And then WrestleMania is number 3. Yep. Wow, One Night Stand is so good.
Mm-hmm. Now we got to do some work.
Let's see. Backlash 05 has Triple H Batista rematch, Shawn and Hogan versus what is that?
Hassan.
Isn't that tag really good? The one where doesn't Hurricane and Rosie win the belts?
It's not really good.
No? Okay.
Sheldon Jericho's not bad. This is a middle of the roader Backlash. I think Judgment Day is middle of the road. That's got Cena JBL, which is really good.
Yeah,
actually, no, that's a little bit higher. That one ended up being really good. That was Cena JBL, Ray Eddie, which was good, Booker Kurt, which wasn't bad, Eminem, London Guerrero, which is pretty good. Even there was another one, Orlando and Heiderreich, wasn't even that bad. Remember?
Yep. No, I would put Judgment Day at 4.
All right, tentative.
I don't think tentatively at 4. Tentatively at 4, because I don't think. All right, Bash 05 doesn't have shit.
No, we got Unforgiven 05, which was surprisingly feisty as well. It had that really under the radar Michaels Masters match.
Yep.
It had Matt and Edge in the cage.
That's a good match.
Angle Cena
is okay.
All right, so that's in the top half. How about SummerSlam?
You got Jericho Cena,
Batista Hogan,
Batista JBL, Hogan Shawn,
Orton Taker, which was
Orton
okay.
Taker. Yeah, not their best.
All right. Survivor Series?
God, do I even remember Survivor Series?
So we got the main
event.
Yeah. We got Cena Angle, which is Blood. Triple H Flair, Last Man Standing.
Taboo Tuesday. You got Triple H Flair in the cage, which is fantastic.
Right, but then not much else. You got Cena. Well, Cena, Shawn, Kurt was okay. Trish wins the Lingerie Battle Royal. Batista versus Coach and Goldust and Vader.
With the fucking fat Vader falling off.
Mankind and Carlito. See, all these matches, all these shows are kind of like, there's like a little bit to float it. Shit. How about Bash 05? Wasn't that pretty shitty?
Bash 05 doesn't have much. Batista, JBL.
Yeah. Ray Eddie, which is pretty good. Taker Hassan, blah. OJ Benoit, which just sucked. Booker Christian. Yeah, that's the BWO versus the... that might be my worst.
Bash 05?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. No Mercy?
No, I liked No Mercy wasn't too bad because that's got Batista Eddie.
Batista Eddie, his last pay-per-view match.
I liked Batista Eddie. The Ortons versus Taker. JBL Ray, which wasn't bad. The 4-way, Benoit, Booker, Christian, and OJ. It's got the Lashley, Simon. Yeah, it's not great, but I don't.
You could put that in the middle, and it wouldn't. I don't think it would really offend anybody.
Oh, Rumble's pretty shitty. I'd put that 14th.
The Rumble's terrible. I would put that right out. Yeah, the Rumble's terrible.
All right, that's good. 14th there.
No way out. I mean, the main event is fantastic. Is there anything under that?
Orton versus Ray's pretty good.
Yeah, Benoit Booker was pretty good too. I mean, Matt Hardy and Tatanka. JBL Lashley wasn't bad either. I think that was another one we liked when we watched it.
Yeah.
I might go Backlash next, and then let me just read through Armageddon quick. Because there's another one that took a dive.
We
started
there.
well. JBL Hardy wasn't bad. Benoit Booker, Eminem versus Psychosis, and Super Crazy. Lashley versus
Batista,
Regal Burchill.
Yeah, Batista and Ray against Kane and Big Show. And then the Cell.
I think I'd go with that. And what was Revolution? Let me just look Revolution really quick.
Revolution is obviously the big moment with Edge, the Chamber.
And nothing else. Lawler, Helms, Triple H, Big Show. Trish Mickey, that falls apart. Flair, Edge.
Yeah,
right, I'd go that third worst.
Yeah, Chad, I put that above the Rumble. Barely.
And then I would go... So I'd do that third worst, and then I would do Armageddon, then Survivor Series. Then Backlash, I'd drop down. Then No Mercy. Then Taboo Tuesday. Although, I feel like Taboo Tuesday should probably be lower, maybe. I don't know.
Pretty comparable with No Mercy, Backlash, and Survivor Series. There were like 4 shows that are exactly the same.
So what are we missing here? Oh, No Way Out. I'm good. Put No Way Out 7th. Okay. I feel okay with that.
Yeah, I do too.
All right, you want to do our top matches? I don't remember the worst. I mean, we'd have to look. We can do the worst. What's Rumble 06 got? That's going to have some shit.
Kurt, Mark Henry.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty rough. Boogeyman, JBL. Mickey Ashley. Wasn't that a mess?
Yeah, Mickey Ashley sucked. Yeah, Mickey Ashley, Shane and or Helms and Jerry. I mean, right. Lawler winning is bad enough, but
that was kind of shitty too.
Yeah,
OJ Benoit wasn't that good.
Which one?
From the Bash.
The Bash, yeah.
Anything else you can think of? You got shit like Shelton, Kerwin White. But I mean, this stuff again is, shaky, but.
Yeah. Is it that low? I'd be honestly happy with just putting those 3 in and moving on.
I mean, Taboo Tuesday had Snuka and Eugene versus Conway and Tomko.
I think that was meant to
how about the Batista thing? That was a fucking mess against Coach, Goldust, and Vader.
Oh, yeah, that is pretty bad. Would you put that worse than Helms Lawler?
No, I'm good with those 3. You're right. Helms Lawler is pretty bad.
Okay. All right.
Mickey Ashley was a disaster.
All right.
All right, so we got Angle Taker, No Way Out 06, Triple H Cena 22, Foley Edge 22, Batista Triple H of Vengeance, Michaels Angle of Vengeance, Flair Triple H, both of them, Cena JBL Judgment Day. Is there anything on One Night Stand?
Not really.
But it's our best show.
Well, it's because it's just entertainment-wise. It's the best. That's a show you don't really grade by the matches. It's just so freaking awesome.
Well, you got Awesome Tanaka in the main, probably with the only 2 you'd nominate, but
maybe Jericho Storm.
Yeah, I mean, no, not top 5. All right, so what's your number 1? Is it Batista Triple H?
Yeah.
So my must-haves are Batista Triple H, Foley Edge, and Angle Taker.
Yep.
Like, to me, those 3 have to be on there.
I would put Flair Triple H in the cage.
And then what, Michaels and Angle?
And then Michaels. Oh, shit, I forgot about that match.
And what about Cena and JBL? You like that better than Flair and Triple H? Or...
Fuck. Yeah, you're right. Shit.
So the ones we're saying have to be on there are Batista, Triple H, Taker, Angle, and Foley
Edge.
To me, those three have to be on.
Yep.
And then I think I'd go Angle, Michaels.
I like this Triple H. Not Triple H. I like this Shawn Kurt better than Mania. So it's got to be on there.
Okay. So then it comes down to JBL, Cena, or one of the Flair Triple H's. What do you think,
Flair
Chad?
Triple H's. What do you think, Chad? Yeah, I need you for this one.
Yeah, I would go Cena versus JBL. That's a certified bloodbath and made Cena.
Yeah,
I agree.
Flair Triple H was good, but again, some of those were gratuitous to be gratuitous,
Well, I thought that about the Last Man Standing at Survivor. I think the cage match is fantastic, but I agree that the gratuitousness of the Survivor Series one. So
do we like this order? Would you have Angle, Michaels higher than Foley, Edge?
Yes.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
I may have I don't know if I want when Angle Shawn higher than Taker Kurt.
What do you think, Chad? What do you like the order for this?
I think the order we have it in now is pretty good.
Okay.
All right, read them up, Scott.
All right. Oh, very sad. This is the last thing. From 15 to 1, Bash 05, Rumble 06, Revolution 06, Armageddon 05, Survivor Series 05, Backlash 05, No Mercy 05, Taboo Tuesday 05, No Way Out 06, SummerSlam 05, Unforgiven 05, Judgment Day 05, WrestleMania 22, Vengeance 05, and our best pay-per-view of the calendar of the creative year, One Night Stand 05. Three worst matches: Helms Lawler New Year's Revolution, Henry vs. Angle from the Rumble, and Mickey vs. Ashley from the Rumble. And our top 5 matches: 5, Cena JBL I Quit from Judgment Day. Number 4, Foley and Edge hardcore match from WrestleMania 22. Number 3, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels from Vengeance. Number 2, Undertaker versus Kurt Angle at No Way Out. And number 1, Batista and Triple H Hell in a Cell at Vengeance.
All right, so there you go. Every pay-per-view creative year in the books. We've gone through 2 episodes worth of organizing best matches, worst matches, and all the pay-per-views. And Scott will keep this handy as we go through them again. Because next week, Monday night, we are back. But not only are we doing all the pay-per-views, Scott, we are doing all of the MSG house shows, and we're doing all of the Saturday night's main event right here on the all-new Vintage Vault of Refreshes on the Place to Be podcast. So we are starting with the January 1985 Madison Square Garden house show. All of these that we find are pretty much available either across YouTube or the WWE Network. So you should be able to watch along. We're going to introduce categories and ratings and match grades and everything else. We're going to be a little bit more regimented. Some of the gags may return. Some new ones may arise. A lot less Matt Rotella, that's for sure. Listening back again to some of those older ones, they're due. They're due for a revisit. I don't think we gave a lot of those shows the credit they deserved, or at least the intention they deserved, to break down the matches and our thoughts. And I know it's ground that's been hashed over, but I do think it's, to us, we needed a little freshening up. We needed a little excitement and step into Slim Jim. But we need a little bit of we definitely need a break from where we're at. So, again, we talked about it. If you need to hear more action, I'll go back to our WrestleMania 23 vault at the end. We really talked about it. But I'm not saying we'll never get back to 07. We may. But we're going to head back in time for now. So, starting next week, again, we'll be doing the Saturday's main event. The MSG house show from January of 85 and on from there. So, I think we got, 2 or 3 house shows before we get to Mania? I know we get the War to Settle the Score. I think it's February, right?
We have the January 21st, 1985. The War to Settle the Score is February 18th. And then we actually have a March 17th MSG house show 2 weeks before WrestleMania 1.
And then Mania.
Which actually has a great Tito Hammer Lumberjack match.
Okay. So there's our first 4. That's our first month worth of this reboot. Is 3 house shows and then Mania 1. So we'll dive into that. We'll have guests here and there, but for the most part, Scott, we'll trudge ahead. Chad, thanks for battling your cold and joining us here tonight. Hope you had fun doing your spreadsheet work. It was kind of fun to do.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks. Back to the
Paul
crypt.
Bear.
Brian Pillman. So, all right, we're going to wrap things up, Scott. Everyone have a great Thanksgiving weekend. Again, enjoy it. It's one of the best. And go make sure to visit PlayStation.com throughout the week. We'll have tons of Thanksgiving stuff and Survivor Series stuff and everything else for you as always. So, for Chad and Scott, I'm Justin. We're out. We'll talk to you next week, all the way back in 1985.
The MSG band, Mike Flag.
Tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, I would like to hold my little hand. I will cry, I will cry. I would like to hold my little hand. I will cry, I will cry. Send me my way, send me my way, send me my way, send me on my way. 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 I would like to reach out my hand. Tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, pick me up where golden hurt. Sail, tell you to run. Nobody say, nobody on. Well, I would like to hold my little hand. I would like to hold my little hand. I will cry. Send me on my way. 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 Reach out my hand. Oh, me sail. Oh, me tell you to run. On my way. On my way. Nobody say, nobody on.